Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season number 13 action. On the Radiant side is the 2-0 Royal Star. On the dire side, it is the reveal of this team in Season 13's regular season, though this team did play and made the grand finals of the Weekend of Lads in the ladies. I am joined tonight by a very special guest, DPC player, longtime friend of the channel, Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salvating Salamander 37, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Turtle Shell, aka Rook, aka Jim. How are you on this fine evening?
Bro, I'm good, chilling. I just ate some pasta. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What kind of pasta did you eat tonight, Jim?
Uh, uh, Spaghetti, and we also had some penne. That was like we had like a, you know what I mean, like an unfinished like package. So we used that as well,
Nice.
and I made some eggs along with that.
Very cool. The Jim Andy classic, but we do have some fun teams though. I did mention Royal Star, they are 2-0. I believe
Wait, does 2-0 mean like their
two game
like they have,
wins.
okay, 2 game wins. All right. Sorry, Twitch chat. Sorry, Twitch
So
chat.
we
Holding you guys
we've
back.
been there for every single one of this team's games. You and I have been there in the booth with the microphones, casting all these teams' games. They look pretty good in their opening BO2. The ladies, on the other hand, they played Weekend of Lads. Looked pretty good in that until they ran into KU's Death Squad and got absolutely
Wait,
BTFO.
I don't think we casted the first Royal Star series.
Didn't we?
No. We casted the season opener, which was between, and then we casted the Muzi game.
Yeah, this was this was the season opener.
Wait, who
Royal,
versus
Royal
who?
Star versus the Wampadias Wizards. And I quote, with Badger, Rook, Andy Bendy, and Brightside. That was us. That's definitely us.
Dude, let me go back and like look at the send me the VOD. Send me the VOD.
I will, Mr.
How did
Miko.
I forget this?
But while you look at that, I'm going to go do a little bit of word play. Because, there's some fun players on these sides here. There obviously are some very good Radiant side players. We have, again, a very similar core of the Hobbs team last season, but we have a lot of different players, including a stand-in tonight. It's pretty much a merger of the old Hobbs team and the
Oh,
old
I
Royal.
remember the series now. This was with the Jungle TA.
It was the Jungle TA. I was gonna say, how do you forget that? But we do
Oh
have a
my
stand-in
god.
tonight in for I believe Vexair. We have Patience standing in for Royal Star. Meanwhile, on the ladies, we got some fun gamers over here. We have Buffles and Perfin from the old ladies stack. They brought in two older champions.
Oh, Squid is against Hobbs and oh my god.
Season
Okay,
8 champion Colonel Squid and Season 3 champion Clankers.
okay, now I know why I was confused because Squid was in their slot for Royal Star, and I was like, I didn't see the team with Squid on like playing mid. This all makes
Uh,
it all Squid messed me up. But wait, so who is the mid for Royal Star,
that would be Yaya.
and who is Yaya? Like, do they
Cole.
have it?
That would be Cole.
Oh, that's the Cole person. I remember they owned the person, but they were also against someone who was like seemed kind of like not the best. So I'm curious how this matchup will go mid. Uh, so Spear Breaker, I'm not sure if they did any draft rep or not, but I would say that I would never pick Spirit Breaker and not ban Morphling if you know the opponents play Morphling. Because he just is. Also, Timbersaw is like kind of bad against Morphling too. Um, but that's just Morphling being Morphling. So like, that's life.
Yeah, Morphling is I believe, it's a 100% pick ban rate hero at the major, which is literally every game, by the way, either banned or picked. So again,
Yeah.
very, very highly valued
Well, the
hero.
hero is just uniquely strong against universal heroes and against a lot of the agility carries. And there's only a few like carries that are not bad against him. That's why he's just so hotly contested.
And not only that, you're playing Morphling this game into Spirit Breaker, who is a
And
very
Timbersaw.
good, and Timbersaw, both of whom are very good morph targets. On top of being with Shadow Demon, who's a very good defensive pairing. So this is kind
I
of
will
the
say it's
ideal
not the
Morphling game
strongest
already.
laner with Morphling. Morphling would like to ideally have like an Undying or like like one of the like top tier laning supports. Shadow Demon's like a little lower on that spectrum, but yeah.
I would like to quote a wise man in saying that lads' lanes are fake. You know who I'm quoting? Quoting you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I still assess the draft as if it was like I don't assume people, you know what I mean? Like Like there's two assessments of drafts I have. Like the way like I would think this would go in a higher like skill game, and then the way I think it would go in like a lads lobby. You know, but I do think about them both.
All I know is
Um.
perfing on the morph. I'm ready to go. This guy calls himself the Russell Westbrook of last stits.
Oh,
He's looking like it's 2017 out here.
I will say that like this could still be. I don't know the Cole guys player hero pool, but it wouldn't surprise me if they still just played the Timbersaw mid. It's really popular mid right now, and they banned out Storm, which is one of the premier laners against Timbersaw mid.
Cole's got a wide hero pool, if memory serves. He played 2 seasons ago and played a bunch of different heroes. I think he prefers a lot of the more mobile heroes like Ember and Storm, given the opportunity. But again, he's got a wide hero pool for sure.
Sure. Honestly, it would be amazing for Dire if they just picked Undying still. Like it would just completely shaft these two heroes. Uh,
And then you put SD4 then.
yeah. It would like yeah. I think that if they're not gonna pick that hero, which is fine, uh, there's a number of heroes that'll be good for them. They could look to pick a flex core. Baddest. Oh no, backup banned out. I mean, if either side played Broodmother, looks fine for both sides. Maybe a little bit better for Radiant than Dire.
Oh, the
Oh, there's
ladies.
Undying.
What a great draft from the new Buffalo's popping off in the draft. And usually Mattior is one of the captains that's hard to outdraft in lads. So I'm surprised that Mattior is being mis outdrafted right now.
I yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like a total like I wouldn't look at it that way. Like I definitely don't think they should have left them dying through, but maybe the enemy offlaner is really hero pooled. I don't know.
I
They
look
seem
at
to have
this opener,
like
it's
there does
so
seem to be
good.
an intention behind their drafts, behind their bans. I don't know if I agree with that. I definitely would have banned Undying if I was them, but maybe the enemy offlaner is like a superhero pool minimal player.
And Clankers does have a very particular hero pool. He is a Doom enthusiast. He plays that off. He plays Beastmaster off. He does have very particular heroes, but I think you give a team SD Morph Undying and both 18 and 24. I don't think you lose the game doing that unless you just
Yeah.
lose the lanes
So for
everywhere.
Radiant, I think heroes that would be good for them would probably be Pugna. Disruptor's fine. I was thinking more along the lines of like a Pugna or maybe like Ench would be really good because it'll give like because they should pick their carry here so that they can keep the Timbersaw flex between mid and offlane. They should ideally pick their carry here. What's still in the pool? Medusa is banned and also not playable into those heroes.
AM's also banned.
Yeah,
Other than that, though, everything's available. So you can go for an Ilu hero. You can go for a brawler. You have a lot of options here. I know heroes
you
like
could go
Naga and T have been
Naga. I don't
popular.
think I don't think you want to go PL with the enemy having 18, but you could go Naga. You could play what's the hero called? I was thinking of a hero. You could play Terrorblade. It's not great into Morphling, but it's honestly not it's honestly like one of the more decent options.
See, the funny part is for
Drow. Oh, Drow is Drow
yeah,
is Drow
Drow's
is
good.
good, but Drow is like it's not like old Drow where she would just crush every lane and like just get like almost zero items and become super strong. And it's not her shard is no longer this like OP item that like yeah.
Ultimately,
Actually
again,
not quite as good
if
against Morph
Clankers plays a
anymore.
great Drow counter in the lane, then it's going to be a very hard lane for Drow. Playing into Drow counter plus SD in the lane, that could be very sad. What would be the ideal Drow counter in terms of heroes that are not banned right now?
I'm thinking what would be good with Shadow Demon.
Is potentially a hero like Mars doable this game for
No, Mars on the early levels was really too. He's too weak to like meaningfully pressure the Drow, but Mars would be good in the game for them.
yeah, Drow post 6 is notoriously good into the Drow, but yeah, that laning phase can get really bad for the first high levels, which of course
Yeah,
matters. Even if, to quote you again, lanes don't matter, but other than that, I mean, do you just go for just some standard aura buying hero? Like, do you go for like some.
I'm trying to think of like a really good. I think Magnus could be really good.
It was the Mars.
It was the Mars. I'm kind of fine with this. It'll probably get out of lane all right, and Also, it could still be Mars mid, by the way, because I know Squid does play Mars mid.
I will put $7 on it being Mars offlane.
I mean, it probably is Badger, but I'm just saying like it could still be flex.
I can go to $6 if you want.
No, thank you.
Knowing Squid, though, Squid loves to have counterpick, and the ladies have 24 in this draft, so they have a perfect opportunity to say, all right, now we know, say, Timber is mid, or SB is mid, or 23 is mid, and we can have Squid, who is the one of the best mids in lad's history, on a great counterpick opportunity up against a very highly skilled mid in Cole. And if I were Buffles, I would want Squid with counterpick.
Yeah. There's a few options for Radiant. Their mid choice, assuming they're still picking a mid. I think Queen of Pain looks pretty good here. Yeah, I think Queen of Pain looks pretty good, and they could just ban whatever they wanted for that matchup. It's not really gonna like they could ban Invoker and then pick it. I don't know. I mean, Queen of Pain's fine into everything. It won't really matter that your opponent has. Oh, they banned Queen of Pain.
I think they
So
have
maybe they'll
Bloodseeker on Real Star.
Void Spirit might be what they're going for. They see the Ember ban out already, then they ban Queen of Pain. They just pick Void Spirit maybe.
Maybe they want
Like
like,
that.
yeah, I like a Voice Spirit, maybe like a Pangolier type of hero as well. I know Pangolier matches up somewhat well
Yeah.
into the Mars. But that Bloodseeker ban almost telegraphs you want a 23 Pango mid. Maybe the ladies are just fine with that.
I mean, the Bloodseeker ban is just really odd because it's already a Morphling, but they maybe think it's Squid Morphling mid is the thing, Badger. Because otherwise, it doesn't really make sense that they ban Bloodseeker, right? And in that case, they wouldn't want Bloodseeker.
Unless they wanted, I mean,
Okay.
again, they really telegraphed it, and the ladies almost certainly knew that as well. It's like, all right, I guess we're not scared of Pango mid in this case. Squid will have 24 counterpick of this Pango counter of choice here.
10 seconds remaining.
It's gonna be a little bit interesting. I mean, you have not much reserve time though. I mean, you got time for like one guess, Jim. What's your guess here?
For Squid, I don't know. He picks like the weirdest heroes that don't really make like sometimes he picks heroes that just don't make sense. Zeus maybe. Zeus seems interesting. Snapfire. Okay.
That's a Snapfire. That is.
I think that wins the lane pretty handily, but outside of lane, it doesn't really own Pangolier. Like honestly, it's kind of an underwhelming Snapfire game to me.
I mean, it
You do
pairs
have
well,
Arena. I
yeah,
actually.
with the arena.
Yeah, but it just. It's not. I think it's like a pretty meh Snapfire pick. It will win the lane, or at least it should.
Keyword is should. Easier said than done sometimes, especially into a player like Cole, who might be the highest MR mid laner in the league. If not that, he's certainly like top 3. He's a very strong middle laner. Somebody who I would not take lightly, even if you are a player like Colonel Squid, who's of course won a lad's, been deep in many a playoff run. But again, if I had to prefer drafts, I'm taking the ladies draft every day of the week. Who do you take here?
I mean, I definitely like uh. I mean, I think the Snapfire pick just doesn't really. I don't like the Snapfire pick. I don't know. It's pretty even. I think both safe lanes should win their safe lane. I think that like even though Snapfire should win mid, it like I just don't really like the Snapfire pick with their heroes.
As a Snapfire believer, I am on board. We will have to see though whether or not either of these drafts, or maybe even both of these drafts, play out as predicted. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of Royal Star versus the ladies. My name is Badger. I'm joined by DPC player Strawberry Shark. And again, it's gonna be certainly, if nothing else, a fun matchup. A little bit of like interpersonal stuff, not beef, but there's some priors going on here. You know, these are some former teammates playing, some certainly friend stack people playing. You know, there's possibly a little
Yeah,
bit of all chat incoming. Certainly some tips and voice lines coming. So
I'm gonna favor Dire just if this guy's good at Morphling though, because aside from yeah, I favor Dire. Although to be honest, like a lot of he has an undying though, so he can't really mess it up. Because you can mess up the lane as Morphling against Timbersaw, like even though it's more favored, like you actually can mess it up. But he has an undying, so that lane like they shouldn't be able to mess it up too much.
I think the player I want to look at, though, in terms of like that X Factor impact player, is Clankers. I think he could really get a lot of momentum for his team, or he could chain feed pre-6. Either way, whichever direction he goes will be very important for the
I mean,
side of the ladies.
he is like their like meaningful like stun hero of this game. Like his arena is like pivotal to like everything. Like I didn't really like this Mars pick because I think on mid they should have had another hero that goes in. Like, because it's kind of up to Clankers to like set everything up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah.
He's tagged up with Pizza Dog JV. If Zeriescape's watching this still, he's gonna be laughing at that one, I'm sure. Repping some Pizza Dog in the chat or something.
When I look at Radiance heroes, I'm just thinking like, oh, these guys like really don't want to teamfight them, but they're really good at like taking like skirmishes. Like Dire is gonna want to teamfight them, but
look at that block from Squidward.
It was a good block.
But he missed the last hit. Oh no.
He did.
I expect more from Colonel Squid. I truly do. What can you do?
Yeah. We'll see how this lane goes, but this should definitely be pretty Snapfire favored. I don't think there's like much that Pengular can do when he's just getting like constantly right-clicked. I just think it's
meanwhile, bottom lane, it will be our first blood. Never mind! The good stick from Clankers into the south. Now Patience is tanking the poisons, and first blood goes to Buffles instead! Huge play by Clankers and Buffles, a fantastic trade. Sure, Madior got the XP solo, but again, that is a good situation. I thought Clankers would die first on Mars, but instead, it was Disruptor.
Mars started the lane with so much regen, but it actually paid off. Like, you almost never see an offlaner start with a salve, but he had one, and now he can actually lane as opposed to just having to hide.
The problem is his career just died. It had like a mangle and something on it. So he's now missing items, unfortunately.
Yeah. Overall, a decent trade for both sides. Like, on the one hand, the Drow got all the EXP from the kill. On the other hand, the Dire got first blood, so... the Hobbs team is dragging the wave, which is a strong move. Yeah. Dragging waves is good. You probably already know that, Badger.
I do. I'm just happy that Hobbs is playing a non-green hero today, you know? No green hero, it's Timbersaw. A very common Hobbs pick, but it's not green, so we're good.
I like green heroes, personally.
I don't. Sick and tired of green heroes. Except for Tree. Tree's cool. Over to bottom lane, we're seeing a lot of trading down in this one. There's a glimpse skilled by Patience, but again, it's a very short-range glimpse for now. Clankers taking a lot of damage. The poisons come through. Madior has 10 stick charges. Clankers is gonna drop. Madior claims the kill. 2 kills now in the bottom lane for the Radiant side. One
Madior
split,
needs to be careful. They're getting like that was. Madior and Disruptor are playing the lane against Mars really well. Like they're being really aggressive against him, but they're not. They should respect the Shadow Demon poison a little more. Like they should be trying a little harder to not take like get their stacks up. You know what I mean?
Yep. Maybe they're saying maybe they're just not scared of level 1 poison. Maybe level 2 poison they'll be a little bit more conscientious of the ability. But again, we saw there that was a 5.
I mean, either way, it just
poison on Maddie, or he just took half his HP. He was fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to be. You want to try to avoid this situation. Wait, how did the Undying not? What happened? I wasn't watching the first wave drag. Maybe Undying was late to it, and that's why they're missing EXP. Overall, Perfin not reacting to the lane dragging as he's supposed to. He's not like he's just taking under his tower. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're supposed to drag it around and then
like
go between
dragging
your towers,
lanes
right?
is too. Yeah, you are. Dragging lanes is just too strong in lads. Like because people just don't like 90% of the time your opponents like react improperly. Like. I'm sure Artori's learned the strength of just dragging waves, and it actually doesn't matter what heroes you pick. You can just like lane.
I'm sure he did. Over to bottom once again. Madior and Patience manning up, but again, there's poisons on Madior. The Captain of the Royal Star tanking 3 poisons very soon. I think Patience...
Shadow Demon is basically out of mana though.
But he's got a Ring of Basilius. He'll be back soon. He's got the Bassi, Jim. He's got the Bassi.
True.
Infinite mana, if you think about it.
Clankers has okay last hits though, considering that the lane's actually going like kind of tough.
Interesting.
Mid not going probably as well as it should be for Squid. Honestly, it's not like it's going bad for Squid, but like I think you definitely want to be winning this lane pretty solidly.
and he's at most winning it slightly, if not drawing it even. And again, Squid's taking a lot of damage right now. Swashbuckle is on cooldown, so nobody should die for now. But again, there's some high fives. There's some fun going on mid, of course, as it tends to be sometimes. Glimpse bottom lane on Clankers. He's in a lot of danger right now. Silence into the kinetic field. He's inside the trees, but the trees cannot save the big man himself. He's being blocked by his own creeps. He wants to bring down Patience. He'll spear. He needs a few more hits, but he can't find him in time. He will get the goal, but he will not get the experience. 1-for-1 in favor of Royal Star once again. Third death of the game now on Clankers, I believe.
Well, plus one
second
stack,
death.
but that means that they're missing all the EXP here. Like, it's pretty painful for them. Squid got both the water runes, actually. If they don't get a refill on Tango, it's actually pretty good for Squid.
That was an outplay from Hobbs. Simon wanted to deny his own tombstone, and Hobbs would have lasted anyways. Simon's forced to TP. Well, not.
yeah.
It will be a kill! I thought it was going to be a few damage short, but it was a few damage over. An unexpected action top lane. By the way, Twitch chat, notably Tints, says you're good looking today, Jim. How does that make you feel?
Very good. I'm in love with Tint. Don't tell his girlfriend though.
I think we all are. Don't worry. We're all in love. We're a little bit in love with Tint. Over to bottom lane though, it's Patience on the run. 2 sacks of poison there from Buffles. Patience should juke this out. Has an opportunity to. However, Buffles has the observer word to spot it out there. Did not spot that one initially. 4 stacks on Patience. It's only the 1 poison. 5 stacks now on Patience. Glimpse brings Clankers away. Buffles is still chasing. Poison will miss. He's low on the HP. 1 more stack scout down. Try to deny 2. The creeps advantage comes in from Buffles. Into the 2 stacks of poison. Into the Buffles messed it up! Patience got the deny!
Buffles
a huge
messed
play
it
for
up.
Patience!
Buffles messed it up, but I think Clankers helped them by spearing him. Because it ended up pushing him like closer to the creeps. Although Buffalo should have got the kill regardless, so I'm not really blaming them.
Where the mid lane roll comes out from Cole. He got the 6 first. Squid is 5 on the run. Tombstone has been placed on the floor. Cole will roll to the northwest, into the southwest, into the southeast. He's rolling all around downtown. Not that he'll die either way. Squid is, I believe, 1 creep from his 6, so Cole needs to be a little bit careful here. Squid got his 6, he's got the ulti. Meanwhile, Banishment comes through from Buffles onto Redbot, who's rotated all the way through the middle lane. Back to mid lane, ulti
down.
comes through from Squid. Cole to fall. Simon and Squid share the XP. And again, Cole had his ulti, couldn't get the kill, but instead it was Squid who claimed it. Over to bottom lane, meanwhile, charge through from Redbot into the glimpse from Patience. Spear has been used by Clankers, but his life will be forfeits. He'll attempt to run forward, looking to do whatever damage he can, but he's fighting a lost battle. It's a lost cause for Clankers. R.I.P. to Mars.
He should have tried to TP out when he saw them glimpse. Because if he doesn't get bashed, he would have been fine. I think he should try to TP out. I'll say this game, both teams are doing a really good job of having their supports play around mid. Obviously it worked out there better for Squid, but I mean both team supports were like in good spots. You know what I mean? Like, I think that this game's been pretty.
Oh, look at the scan! It scouts up Redbot. The scan.
Oh, Redbot's hiding though. Actually, Redbot can still
The scan
steal
gave away. The scan gave it away. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's
Look,
possible.
you should charge. Oh,
there it is. Spear, charge through. Meanwhile, top lane, somehow Hobbs solo kills Perfin. I don't know how it's possible. Simon got the other wisdom room. Back to Redbot. Redbot is certainly going to die here. How did Hobbs solo kill Perfin? How is that even possible, actually? Spear forward. Redbot. How did Morphling die?
They probably just messed up. Just like it's like people sometimes underestimate how much damage Timbersaw does early on. Like they just forget. It just happens, you know.
I guess Perfin had to have been playing on relatively low HP. He only took like 5 damage, so.
Oh, I wish Perfin had like another point in W. Cause you're not gonna like you want to be spamming the Timbersaw with the W, and it just gives you more. I don't know. I just would like to have another point in it. It's whatever though. Overall, out of the lanes, really the only one that's gone the favor of Dire is the Snapfire. The Morphling lane, like Hobbs is just totally free farming. Thanks to some nice play by them, and also a nice play by Redbot to drag the waves and then give Hobbs solo EXP. Yeah.
I do want to point out though that Squid all chatted rune top and it spawned top, and now he's disconnected. It's probably an internet issue, but I want to call it a rage quit because that's more fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will say that's one thing that I've had to experience moving to mid is just sometimes you get rune fucked. You know, you don't get the runes, and then you get sad. It's like, oh great, I don't have any runes. The opponent already has MR on me. It's Moozy. It's a DPC player in my lane. He gets the rune lug. What can you do?
Your mid was great. Don't get down on your mid lane.
My rune lug's not great though. I've had bad rune luck.
Well, so in 30 minutes, Badger, the major's going on.
The series is not going to be done in 30 minutes.
I know.
This
I
game might not be done in 30
I will be honest.
minutes.
I might get distracted. Well, but I won't. Not like totally distracted. Just like a little distracted. That's all. I'm just acknowledging my weaknesses, okay? Because I'm trying to be the best caster I can be for you, Badger.
We'll call him back up for game 2. Isn't Ro in for game 2? Maybe.
I don't know. You should check in with him.
Alright, I should probably go find Rojo on Discord real fast.
You should not be like. You should like ask like because it's not like he's 100% committed to it or anything. So I wouldn't pressure them.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find the right. All right, I think I have the appropriate approach to this one in my DMs.
Okay.
Also, got a ping from Logical we'll have to deal with after the cast, but yeah.
Well, about what?
We gotta go.
Oh, you mean-
We gotta go schedule our series.
Oh. Does Dog want to say hi?
I don't think he's like actually here. He's just like messaging on Discord.
Oh, so he hates us. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see what's going on in this game.
I've opened the scoreboard. It's mostly as it is not mostly as expected. Other than Timbersaw being 2-0, though, it's mostly as expected.
I mean, I would say I would expect Snap to have a little more now, where like there'd be a little bit of a bigger disparity. But honestly, it's fine for them. It's not the biggest deal.
I mean, I look at 1-0 and 0, bunch of crap.
I'm talking about the net worth chart.
I know. That's why I specifically mentioned the scoreboard. That's opening it up just for fun. Like, let's see what we got. Items, KD levels, it's standard sort of stuff. Oh, we're back. Cole has apparently better internet now. My exclamation mark is still in the river, but we are back again. There is a fight bottom lane brewing, a 3v2. Clankers does not have the ulti. Tombstone into banishment, into a spear. It's perfect. And that will eventually be a death on Madior. Madior to fall. Cole TPs in with the roll, looking for vengeance. The target, of course, is Clankers. Tanky, but is he tanky enough? The jukes from Clanker. Can he roll Cole onto the low ground? Patience is dead, but now Clanker's on the high ground. Cole will bring him down. It's currently a 2-for-1. Ulti comes in from Colonel Squid. Cole is going to die. That's a triple kill for Buffle somehow. A 3-for-1 in favor of the ladies. A huge rotation from everyone involved, with the exception of Morphling, who is AFK farming top lane.
Yeah, I think that was...
But we're not done yet. Charge forward by Redbot. Madior has respawned in. Multi-shot online still being held. Now you, Simon, will get saved temporarily by Buffles. The keyword is temporary. Undying is still alive, actually. They bring down Spirit Breaker. They have not killed the Undying. It's permanent life for our Undying. He is not an oxymoron. Not Clankers has the arena. They are on 2. He just at level 6. Madior, patience around the inside. In comes Hobbs through the Twin Gate. Madior is low. Clankers is low. Who will die first? The answer is Clankers. A trade will be for a disconnection, apparently. So Madior has Demonic Purge on him. He is absolutely dead. However, I believe Squidward may die first. And if he dies first, that will be XP for the 3 Radiant Heroes before that happens. Soul Experience will go with the Shadow Demon upon Drow dying when that happens.
Yeah. Right now, Radiant is... I think them going on the dying was actually good. I think that Madior shouldn't have used his E, because I'm pretty sure it missed, like, because of the creep wave or whatever. But I think that going past that, like they needed to kite back, and yeah, this is very lads though. Like this is like a crazy circus of fighting on bottom lane. Currently favoring the Dire, but that could change if more than just a Snapfire dies.
It was it's going to end up being, I think, like a 4-for-3 or something like that. Okay, Patience, Clankers, okay, it'll end up being. Wait, did Clankers die twice in this fight? I think he did. Because he started the fight by being rolled on by Cole. This is a very extended engagement so far. So
Yeah.
far, it is a 4-for-2 in favor of the ladies. But when Squid and Mattior die, it'll be a 5-for-3 in favor of the ladies. Simon's won it from dying in Buffles is going to get glimpsed. So it's going to at the very least be a 5-for-4, potentially a 5-for-5 trade. Absolutely wild stuff here.
Yeah.
Do Radiant see Simon at all, or they do
I
not?
don't know.
So when Buffles dies, so it's gonna be Mattior dead, Squid dead, Buffles dead. When all three dies, it'll be a 5-for-4 in favor of the ladies. Big winner, by the way, without a doubt, is going to be Perfin, who has been AFK farming the entire time. They're making me work today, Jim. They really are.
Yeah.
So we are.
I'll say that being in continued prolonged fighting is not what Radiant wants if the Morphling is farming. Because I think the Morphling is the only real threat on Dire. It's not like, yeah. The more like, yeah. And Radiant really wants Maldior to get big because like, aside from the Mars, they don't really have a great answer to Drow. Like Morphling is like pretty weak against the hero, just due to how Drow's ultimate works. And they're not a great target for Morph to Aghanims because of the fact that their E just ignore, like they don't care that they lose attack speed when they E, right?
Mm-hmm. It
I
matters,
think,
a
I
little
think
bit, but not as much as most Adjugaries.
yeah, I think the best hero for the Morph to Ags this game, I think it actually should get one for Spirit Breaker because the bulldoze, the charge, the there's no natural dispels on Radiant, so they can't naturally dispel bulldoze if Morph casts it, and the extra stats from Universal Heroes it means that even if you're a support Spirit Breaker,
The Morph is getting a lot of stats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and again, outside of Spirit Breaker, Timbersaw, of course, is a decent target as well for the stat steal. That is a universal soldier with a lot of statistics, so maybe not as useful as the utility of Bulldoze, but certainly a fine alternative. And again,
yeah.
not really many Nullifier buyers, not really many Yule's buyers, certainly no natural dispels, as you mentioned. So, again, if you're Porphin, you have a lot of options. This is kind of one of those blank canvas games where you got the entire world ahead of you. You buy your Manta, you buy maybe like a Lincoln's or something, then you buy like an Aghanim up to BKB, you start
I think
rolling it.
they should go Manta Aghanims and then BKB and then Lincoln's or Daedalus or something like that. They should go like that build.
But it definitely seems like it's Perfin's game to lose currently. He's playing
I mean, I
the
wouldn't
OP
say
hero
that
and he's
because
got money.
I wouldn't say that though because Dire does need to Dire does need to punish the Drow and gank them, and they have very limited options. Like they really only have like we need to arena this person or they're not dying. You know what I mean? I think that this is one of the more fair lads drafts I would say in the sense that like
We have resumed, by the way. A charge comes through on Buffalo. Squid's dead. Mattior. Why is Mattior not dead yet? Mattior finally gets light clicks down there to the demonic purge. Simon, meanwhile, showed his face. He'll end up dying. It's now a 5-for-5 trade into another pause. We're still paused. We've got another disconnection by Cole. So it's a 5-for-5 trade. I thought it'd be a 5-for-4. Simon didn't know. Correction, Simon didn't recognize the situation. He died. So 5-for-5. I'm not even sure who wins that anymore, but yeah, this is gonna. Bikers knows. Get Jim to like what? That's definitely not legal. That's definitely not legal. By the way,
wait, why not?
I don't think account sharing is like supposed to be allowed. And
That's fair.
again, if they want you to stand in for game 2, I'm sure it's legal. But just hopping in on Cole's account game 1 is definitely not legal.
Yeah, that might not be the most fair thing.
I don't know.
Or like,
I don't know where.
like that's not the most. Yeah, I see that. I understand it. Yeah.
I don't know where in the rulebook it prohibits it, but I know it's definitely not allowed.
I don't remember this guy having the same issues last series. I feel like they
Neither
maybe
do
paused
I.
once or something. Badger, they keep asking how much pause time.
All I gotta say is I don't have a stopwatch open unless I'm paid to have a stopwatch open. And they're not paying me to have a stopwatch open.
Badger is not being paid to stop watch it. And as such, there is no official time.
You probably shouldn't. Oh, you probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever.
What do you mean? It's true.
It's denied bit or not denied bit tower. It's okay. I'm opening a stopwatch.
Why would they expect the casters to be doing this for them? Like, they should be doing this on their own.
All right, I've opened up the stopwatch. I'm also the league admin though, so it's kind of like
Yeah, but you're casting it. You're not here in your capacity as a league admin. You're here in the capacity as a caster.
we open the rulebook. Where's the rulebook? Where's the rulebook? Okay, let's see here. Let's scroll on down to lobby. All right, it's definitely fine. It's definitely 10 minutes. I have a stopwatch open. When the stopwatch is over at 5 minutes, then that would be probably out of pause time.
Yeah.
If I knew I needed to have a stopwatch open, I would have done it. But
I always feel bad for both teams in this scenario.
yeah, that's why it's kind of like my job to force them to resume. Because I know when again in the pro situations, I allow these teams to donate pause time, but you just want to play Dota. You know, you don't want to just sit here pause perpetually.
I admire your creativity.
Either way, we're just chilling. We are chilling. We're resuming. There's no G in the chat, but we're just resuming anyways. We're.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm going to go insane. Are you gonna go insane with me, Jim?
Welcome to that crack rock already, bro.
Now, sometimes you just get paused. Sometimes you just get disconnected. We're going 4v5 apparently. Okay, we're back. I didn't see a G confirmed by the ladies, but I'm sure they're happy to play Dota at this point. Either way, we're going on bottom tower with 3 heroes.
Honestly, I'm sure neither team is happy right now.
No, of course not. No, nobody ever is. But it is what it is, you know?
Cole's back, Cole's back. The question is, will he be able to stay in the game for longer than 10 seconds?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He did it! He's reached 10 seconds. It's a new record.
This
You're
is big,
witness
guys.
to
This is
history,
big for
Jim.
Radiant.
Where were we? Oh yeah, Morphling Farming. That's where we were.
Yep.
It's an illusion rune. I'm sure Morphling wants it, but he doesn't want to stop
Honestly,
farming.
I feel like so much of this
yeah.
game is on Clankers for Dire. Because really, like, he is their only Drow answer. Like, he's like their best stun for Timber. Like, his hero kind of wants to stop Redbot from charging as well. Interesting skill build by Redbot. They have 2 points in Bulldoze and 2 points in E.
I would agree. That is interesting. Good? I'm not sure, but certainly interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't really know if it's bad. Good stuff going on by Radiant right now though. Like Hobbs is like jungling when letting Redbot get EXP on the lane for 6. They are getting gone on, but seems to be fine for both parties. Nothing crazy happening. Hobbs is level 10, which is pretty wild right now. Like considering that lane should be like completely like unplayable for them. They did a really nice job dragging as well. So like that, and then I Dire misplaying it.
We'll charge forward on Buffles. Buffles will die to the right click from Spirit Breaker. Glimpse is available. Simon most certainly will die. Glimpse still being held, now finally used. Simon gets brought back into the open arms of Redbot and Hobbs. 2 kills for Royal Star. And again, Hobbs is #1 net worth in the game. 7k net worth at minute 12. Quite the high mark, so.
You know what I'm pretty surprised about from the ladies draft? I'm guessing it's because they wanted to pick Morphling, but I'm pretty surprised that they banned the Redbot Nyx, but not the Spirit Breaker, because I feel like these are kind of like the iconic like melee Redbot Spirit, like melee Redbot support heroes. There we go.
Wait, Squid is going on in right now. Atos in the cookie. Redbot's only a third HP remaining, but Squid has been caught overextending inside a static storm. Right click down. Correction! The shield rune comes through. The roll is forward. Buffles does not go for the save. Instead, Squid will die. Arena will be there on the 3 heroes. Redbot's dead. Patience is dead. Hobbs will Timber chain away. Dire pursue. They want the Timbersaw kill. Stick up, chain away. There's 4 stacks of poison, and Dire want the hunts. Perfin has become a Spirit Breaker, but Hobbs no longer is affected by Shadow Poison. Again, more chains away to the southeast as Cole joins the fight a little bit. TP away by the Timbersaws. A 2-for-1 trade, 1 mid laner for 2 supports.
It might be a 2-for-1, but definitely in favor of Radiant. This whole time, Madior is just like freely hitting creeps, and they only kill 2 supports. They have all 5 heroes like together. I mean, not that it was a bad play by Dire, but it was just, I think I'd give the edge to Radiant in terms of who won that out.
All I have to say is I am just shocked and appalled. Somebody with a shield rune buff actually died. I have never seen it before in my entire life.
The shield rune buff, or the shield rune, did make that last forever.
Usually people with shield runes don't die, they just live forever.
Yeah.
Even when I get a shield rune, I don't ever die, so that's how you know it's broken.
Yeah. I like how Radiant's set up on the map right now. Like Redbot taking this dangerous farm, getting themselves their own levels and stuff. Hobbs similarly taking bottom, and like Radiant's doing a good job of playing the whole map right now. Yeah.
There is a smoke up by Clankers and Buffles. Simon waiting a bit further behind. There is a blink on Clankers. Bit of a light heavy build there to straight up phase Bracer into Blinker. And again, Patience will get caught. Glimpse away brings Mars away from the fight. Clankers will have Blink up in 1 more second. The charge comes through on Buffles. Static Storm silences 2 perfectly. Tombstone is on the floor. Buffles has fallen. Clankers will arena. Hobbs and Redbot are on the inside, but it's time to run away, perhaps. Never mind, it's an ult coming in from Colonel Squid, but it's canceled with a roll from Cole. Cole is rolling on 2 cores. Clankers is stunned. Simon will attempt to TP away. It will be unsuccessful thanks to the glimpse from Patience. So it's Redbot dead, but it's going to be a fantastic trade for the Radiant side. Clankers dead. Simon dropping. Simon to fall. And now they want to get Colonel Squid. It's already a 3-for-1. And if they get Snapfire, only a 4-for-1. He's going to attempt to run to the south, but I think he knows he's dead. Just trying to juke with a miracle juke here. But again, there is no way out. Unless there's a... No, there's no way out. Another perfect glimpse from Patience. 2 times in 1 fight, canceling a TP. Colonel Squid dead. 4-for-1 in favor of Royal Star, and despite having apparently a billion ping on Cole, it matters not. They are just commanding this game right now.
Yeah, that was really great by Radiant. Dire went for that play with a minimal amount of heroes. Redbot and Hobbs like instantly TP'd. Then Squid chased too far and ended up...
Well, we're not done yet. Bottom lane Perfin has become a Spirit Breaker. And now the spirit of Redbot has been broken. How ironic.
Yeah, honestly, and just some decent positioning by Shadow Demon and stuff there. Nothing too crazy off that kill though.
Meanwhile, top lane, a soul kill attempt by Hobbs looking for Simon. Simon appears to be dead, and Simon is dead. You were saying, Jim?
The real question will be if they're going to be able to like kill this Timbersaw, which I do think Hobbs is making a mistake by not buying a pipe next, because I think that this is like a really good pipe game. Like in the team fights, Hobbs is really just taking damage from spells. Like, yeah. And if they can slow, like Clankers needs to get a better game somehow. They do have Blink, so all they
like Mars is kind of a hero where all they really need is Blink, but they certainly want to BKB this game, or they will just feed after the arena.
I mean, it's one of those things where, wait a minute, top lane again, Hobbs with the soul kill on Colonel. Squid Chakram hits. Squid is in a bit of danger. Nether Strike will hit. Squid has been stunned. Saved temporarily by Buffles, has been glimpsed away from the team fight. Squid will now finally die. So there's no SD in the fight, and Snapfire is dead. Clankers is TP'd in, but I'm not sure if he wants to be here.
Clankers is crazy.
He'll spear Hobbs, but Hobbs does not get stunned to the tower. Clankers is getting dove under said tower. Charge comes through from Redbot. Clankers dead. Beyond godlike streak for Hobbs. 10-0 and 4 on the Timbersaw. Yeah. 7,000 net worth lead now. It's just getting larger for Royal Star.
They're doing a really good job of, like, the stuns on the team are playing with the extremely strong Timber, and Dire is just like, if Dire wants to interact with them, they need to like smoke around and then start on like the disruptor.
Charge under the tower once again. Redbot is simply going to barely live, I think. Yeah, 120 damage, that is less than 150 HP. Red bot is fine.
Yeah. I appreciate that Hobbs is going this build that's gonna like scale and let them keep like dominating the game. I'm just worried that since they're not getting magic resistance, they actually can die. Like Radiant has good stunts in a team fight, but they don't have any save. They don't really pause the fight, you know what I mean? They don't have like they're gonna yeah, I'm just a little worried for Hobbs because this league could quickly go into the hands of Morphling.
Well, speaking of time to be worried, it's time for the Dire to work because Cole is rolling once again. However, with disruption from Buffles, Cole is forced to leave. Double damage room will go to Cole, but Squid has the Atos. Into the cookie. There's a Purge online. Cole will attempt the swashbuckle to the high ground. TP away will be successful. Now a charge by Redbot puts Redbot into the fray, but Redbot is playing Spirit Breaker, so she's fine.
Yeah, red bot is chilling. Hobbs is chilling. Radiant's kind of they're kind of looking to do something on mid now, which is all right.
We are waiting for a glimpse, and it will be on Colonel Squid, the more valuable of the two possible targets. And Colonel Squid will now get demoted. Squid dead, 22 kills for Royal Star. Buffles is going to set up a Sentry Ward. Not that it really will change all that much yet.
Yeah, that was a really good play by her. Red bot was charging someone else, and then she noticed that what do you call it, that the Snapfire was trying to port out and cancel it, and now they strike, which was really good. Radiant's just playing really well right now, like, and Dire's in a tough spot with their heroes to be behind like this. If they want to fight Radiant, they need to start with the smoke, and they need to wrap around, and they need to start on vulnerable heroes. Like, they need to start on like Pangolier on a smoke, or like Disruptor and Pangolier, you know what I mean, or the Drow. Like, they can't be walking into Timbersaw Spear Breaker. It's gonna be a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and May is one of those things where I'm not sure how the ladies' internal environment is, but they do have a stand-in, that being Simon. I'm not sure if it's like affecting the strategic comms or what, but over the top lane, they're just gonna dive in on Perfin. Perfin is still alive, however, Charge was not there in time, so Perfin will end up getting away. Now Buffles will take a little bit of damage and also get away, but that does mean that Royal Star will claim that top tier 2 tower. Just one more tower grab of the Radiant side here. And they want, oh, they're going for Squidward. Squidward is in so much danger right now. Nether Strike hits, Swashbuckle misses, Squid will, oh no, he's going further into danger. He is so dead. R.I.P. Squid.
I wonder if Cole is still lagging and just playing, or if their internet's fine now.
Let's see here. I'm seeing 77 ping, no packet loss, so that can't be that bad.
I wonder if that's consistent though, or if they're like lagging out of points, because they missed earlier. They missed a swashbuckle where I was like, oh, this looks like they're lagging, but like there they looked fine. You know what I mean?
There's a very good chance it's sporadic. You're right. Very, very good chance.
Yeah. I feel bad for Radiant.
I feel bad for Dire. They were paused for 10 minutes and they're still losing.
That is true, but if the pause had been like 20 minutes, I'd feel more bad for Dire, because like at the end of the day, all they have to do is wait, whereas Radiant is playing with a player who seems like they're like on and off, like hard lagging.
Well, guess what time it is? It's time for your favorite map objective, Jim. It's our good friend, Roshan. He's in a lot of danger right now.
To be honest, I don't really love this play from Radiant, because this actually, like, I think they should try to kill someone first, because Dire, like, if Dire was smoked right now, like, as 4 or 5, and they started on someone here, like, this is, like, one of the only ways they could win a team fight. But they might just feel really confident that Dire is, like, this is probably a good play in terms of lads, but, like, a really risky play if this was a little more, like, you know what I mean?
A little more of a organized map presence sort of pro-level team?
Yeah. But honestly, in lads, actually, we would make those plays all the time, where we would just randomly take Roshan.
We did that all the time. Those are fun times. Roshan every game, Tormentor never game.
Dude, Tormentor is such a bait.
I never said it wasn't. I just want to bring it up.
Also, like, every game we'd have, like one of our supports would be, like, Skywrath, and it's like, okay, well, like, if they get the Tormentor, it's totally useless.
No, Shard is great, though.
Tree
Shroud
shard is good.
Protector.
Tree
We
shard
had
is good.
every single game in playoffs.
Yeah, but we also had a useless shard every game.
Okay,
Actually,
that's fair,
you know
that's
which
fair.
team it is? It is good that wait, it was Dire. Yeah. Dire's Tormentor is good though, because both of those shards are cracked. Radiant's Tormentor is really bad though, because both of those shards are fucking useless. Excuse my language.
Yeah, I'm looking at these shards. Yeah, these are not ideal shards.
When Disruptor shard is the one that's more useful between the two supports, you know the shards are bad.
I mean, maybe Planar
No.
Pocket can
No,
redirect
no, stop,
Disruption.
stop, 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 stop. I don't want to have another discussion about this spell. It's really bad.
You don't want to discuss Planar Pockets?
I don't want to discuss Planar Pocket. Someone else tried to have this discussion with me and it upset me a lot.
There's a 3-hit smoke for Royal Star. Hobbs leading the way. They're not too far from Squid and Clankers. Redbot will break smoke on Clankers. Clankers is holding the arena for now. There's a cookie stun on Redbot. Tombstone's on the high ground. Hobbs inside the arena. The glimpse will bring Clankers into the arms of Mattior. Hobbs is half HP but could not chain away. Hobbs is dying and Hobbs will fall into an instant disconnection. That's a lot of gold going to Perfin. That is 2,000 gold bounty claimed by the side of the ladies. However, there's still other spells on the floor, including, of course, the Static Storm. I'm not sure how much duration's left on that, but it's certainly hitting 3 heroes right now. Correction, 2 heroes. Clankers is BKB'd.
Yeah, this was kind of my concern for Hobbs when they didn't go a pipe. You know what I mean?
What can you do? We are back to the fight, though. Once again, the Chakram is going to end because Hobbs has already died. Charge forward. Sun's Morphling and the Snapfire. Simon is inside the Tombstone. Tombstone is dead. Clankers will spear back Cole. Mattior's BKB trying to fight. Charge comes through. Stolen by Perfin to kill Redbot. Now Clankers is fighting for his life, but Mattior will lose 1 life first. Cole still rolling, bringing down Buffles. The fight's absolute chaos. The ladies have 4. Royal Star have 3. It's now a 3 versus 3 team fight. Cole is half HP. Simon's dropping, but Mattior is being hunted. Wait for him forward. Drow to fall. And Patience cannot TP away. Cancelled by the charge of Perfin. Patience will attempt the glimpse of his dying breath, but now simply Cole on the run. A 3v1. Pangolier on the retreat, but a charge forward by Perfin. Perfin is going to go forward. Cole has Swift Buckle, but cannot get it off in time. It's too much damage. It's a full 5-man wipe. A major win for the ladies.
Yeah, I think not the greatest. A lot of things probably went wrong there. Like Hobbs getting comboed like that. They didn't have any magic res on Hobbs, but also I think Mattior's BKB usage is pretty not good. I think I like Mattior a lot. Sorry, Mattior, if you listen to this, but you need when you BKB that you need it to kite backwards.
Wait
like,
a minute.
Need it to kite away.
Bottom lane, a solo kill by Hobbs. Solo killing Colonel Squid. And Dire cannot find vengeance. All 3 cores are bottom lane. But they cannot bring down the big bad Timbersaw.
Oh, Drow needs to turn their Dragonlance into a Hurricane Bike. By the way, for the in team fight ability, they need to do that.
I agree.
And what else? What was the last thing I was gonna say? I think that the Radiant supports. I don't really think that fight was on them, to be honest, but I think that they need to be a little bit. They need to have a little more carefulness. I don't know how to explain it. They just like I think Redbot should try to hide for as long as possible and not even enter the team fight because of the Morphling. You know what I mean? And I think the Disruptor probably could be a little more careful too. Radiant's still in a great position, but most of that gold went to the Morph, which is the problem for Radiant, because now they have a BKB, and now the Morph can turn into the Spear Breaker, charge the Drow, and BKB and hit them. Like Drow needs to get this Hurricane. Needs to get a Hurricane Pike.
Oh no! Squid's gonna die again.
Oh my god.
Colonel Squid. My man Squidward's just dying today. What can you do?
Squid is having a very tough game, and I'll be honest, Squid is not really buying a defensive item, which is like, the game's not going to get easier for Squid, because, like...
We're seeing a fight break out bottom. Clankers will TP away in time, though. We're back to the mid lane. The fight continues, because Redbot's just still charging through. However, Redbot's under a Dire Sentry ward. Charge forward. Redbot's half HP.
Oh, did Morphling
running.
cancel his charge?
I think he may have. I didn't see a stun.
Morphling must have canceled his charge. Like, just... Yeah, wow.
Where, by the way, we are disconnected again.
Yeah, I feel bad for both teams. This is just a really sad scenario.
This is definitely, if we're looking at like sad in terms of like in-game Dota stuff, this is like a 8 out of 10 maybe. I've seen a lot worse, but this is definitely bad. We are back though.
yeah.
Shadow Demon has resumed the game. Tombstone's on the high ground. Simon is just going to stand still and somehow get into the tombstone from the low grounds. Didn't know the cast range was that long, but everyone's fine apparently. Whew. You know, sometimes these pauses, they'll mess with your mojo, you know? And I know for the players it's the same
Is
thing.
grab
They'll mess
ally
their-
affected by Aether Lens?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I really want to disconnect from the game and check that, to be honest. Does anyone in Twitch chat know if grab ally is affected by Aether Lens? Yo, Twitch chat, is grab ally affected by Aether Lens?
You might,
Sorry,
you
I
might have
actually,
to
like, need to know the
specify
answer.
It's the Undying Shard. I literally just learned it's called Grab Ally.
Well,
2 seconds
you got a spell called grab ally from when the tombstone is up, but the
I
spell
don't
is
play
on,
Undying. Most
the
people
spell
don't
is
play
on the
Undying.
tombstone as well as the hero. So I really need to know this. It's bothering me.
We're seeing a 4-man smoke up by the ladies. Everyone but Squid's on
Who
the
is
inside.
Games and Pizza?
Oh God, who is Games? Who is Games and?
don't-
I really should know this. I really should know this.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if I think they're just memeing on me. I'm just gonna assume they're memeing.
I definitely know who this is, but I'm blanking right now. What can you do? We're seeing a bottom tier 2 go down. Perfin will get the last surprise on that one. Seems like the lady smoke will end, but they have accomplished their goal. There's some fresh wards up and a tower dead.
Yeah, game's kind of settled down a lot. Mars does have a BKB and oh, not a halberd. They just have a casual Sanj. Interesting. Ceremonial robe is a really good neutral item for them. Little worried for Madior. Think they need to itemize a little more defensively. The Silver Edge is like kind of defensive in that if they don't have dust, then you can live. But like, I think they need a Hurricane Pike or then like maybe like a Lincoln's or like just any number of other defensive options.
We are definitely at a bit of a more quiet stage of the game, though. It's been a pretty hectic game up until very, very recently. That's about to change once again. Squid will not get away. 0.1 seconds. Oh no, not again. Not again. We have an answer, by the way, Jim. It's not affected by Aether Lens, according to We Don't.
I didn't think it would be, but I thought it might. Like I was pretty sure it wasn't, but I wasn't 100% sure. Nice charge by Redbot. Redbot and Hobbs are like eating Squid. Like I feel a little bad for the Squid. Squid has changed his items and it now has a Lincoln's queued up. Oh.
That makes sense. Sometimes you just get tired of being charged. Bottom, whoa, Buffles, you've gone way too far forward. That is not a play you can get away with. And you will get punished for that one every day of the week.
Yeah. Warriors does have a halberd now. Strong item against Drow.
Alright, so there's 2 Dire heroes dead, and Cole literally has an invincibility rune, so it's time to go high grounds. And it's been glyphed. And the push is dead. Cool. Fun times, fun times. So we are going to see Lincoln's now from Perfin. It is it's pretty much the standard 4-item combo for Morph. You see it a lot, where it's Lincoln's, BKB, Ags, Manta, not in that order usually, but in whatever order. The question then becomes, you mentioned Daedalus earlier, do you still think of like a Daedalus Sith item for the Morphling? Because I think Morphling's items has to be the most important thing now for Dire, right?
Yeah, but for whatever items Morphling buys, like they need the Mars to perform every fight and like shut down this Drow. You know what I mean? That is still like a Red bot is in on.
Yeah, in on Perfin. Hard target to go on. Perfin.
Oh.
Actually gonna get bursted. Oh no, the BKB's there in time. Into the morph up.
Oh, nice BKB.
He's
with
still
Meteor.
going to live, and at this point, it's now Clankers with an arena keeping patients on the inside. Meteor BKB outside of it. Simon has fallen. Perfin still half HP. He's got the Manta and the Timber Chain away. He'll Timber Chain, but the incoming ulti from Colonel Squid Buffles is going to die on the Shadow Demon's currently a 2-for-0 trade in favor of Royal Star. Clankers will BKB, perhaps the TP. However, Redbot. Oh, the blink away by Clankers. Absolutely fantastic juke. Back over to Colonel Squid. He's being hunted by Hobbs. And in comes Cole, and in comes Patience. Glimpse into a bunch of right click. That's a 3-for-0 route in favor of Royal Star. And I think we all know what direction Royal Star are headed. Never mind, they're ignoring high ground. They're going for a Tormentor instead.
It's nice to deny it from Dire, even if it doesn't do much for their own heroes. To be honest, like taking the enemy Tormentor is actually more valuable than taking their getting their own shard this game. Oh, Meteor got it. That's actually awesome for them.
Wait, does that mean?
Oh no, the Meteor. I forgot. It's not the thing.
I was gonna say, so I guess Patience got the free Radiant side one earlier, and now Meteor gets this Glacier.
Radiant is
shard.
going to Roshan. This is a high level play.
Glacier. Rao creates a hill of ice.
Dire, wait, actually, Spear Breaker isn't there, and also more importantly, Timbersaw isn't there. Like, Timbersaw needs to get over there now.
Yeah, everyone's on the way. The question is, will Roshan be dead in time? Roshan's about a third HP. I think Meteor will have it in time, but we will have to see. And again, they've run into Patience. He's tanked the gank. Meteor grabs the Aegis. Static Storm is on the floor. Perfin will BKB. Clankers has been tossed in by Colonel Squid into the silence. BKB just came off a cooldown. Clankers will now BKB, looking for an arena. Drow and Pango on the inside. Both are spell immune. Clankers to fall. Hobbs heads to Simon as Perfin will right-click Spirit Breaker. Simon is dead, and Redbot's still alive. Now Morphling is in a bit of danger. He's only a quarter HP. He's still silenced. He's dead, and so is Buffles. That's a 4-for-1, and Colonel Squid will get away. But it will not stop the fight being lost. An absolute disaster once again for the ladies. Patience dying for a good cause.
That actually started pretty well for Dire, and they got wiped in the fight, which I think the gold lead is just insurmountable at this point.
If BKB's cooldown was like 5 seconds shorter, I think Dire win that fight. Because Squid literally just tossed Clankers into Static Storm. He took so much damage in Static Storm with BKB being like a 3-second cooldown.
Maybe. I think it's even if they killed Meteor, like they had 8, like they were just low on damage regardless. Like they got off Halberd on Drow perfectly. Like they, you know what I mean? Like it started off pretty well for them. Yeah. MEOW, as the kids would say colloquially.
This game's looking a little bit difficult for the ladies right now.
Yeah.
Not quite over yet, but it's going to be hard for Royal Star to lose it. Up 25k, up Settlerax, up Aegis and Cheese. It's hard. I guess, wait out the Aegis, hope you don't lose more racks, and then win Dota 2, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised Hobbs actually went the Ags against Shadow Demon.
Although I'm not sure if Shadow Demon is going to be thinking about it, and they might just still ultimate the Spirit Breaker.
We shall see, we shall see.
Alright, Radiant, Hobbs is drawn on the map. It's time to push. Meteor, get to it.
You might as well go when you are strong. No need to.
A 28k gold lead is a 28k gold lead.
Strike while the iron is hot. 800 gold lead per minute. Atos on Timbersaw. Simon sets up in the trees. We're seeing a bit of a gank from the south side by Clankers. He's got Blink and Arena there onto Drow. Will BKB. Redbot into the icon to bring down Buffles. Clankers is still standing his ground. Wait for him forward, but into a Static Storm by Patience. It's absolutely fantastic. Morphling is being focused. Half HP, 1/3 HP, a quarter HP, but he's still going to live. And at this point, Again, Morphling will have to wait for him away, but it's not looking too good right now for the Dire side. They're losing heroes. Simon is dead. Buffles is dead. Clankers finds a kill on Patience, but he'll die to Madior. All of these heroes have to use their buybacks. Undying has used his. Mars still has one ready to go, but at this point, you're going to lose your base. Patience also buys back. It'll be a 4v3 until Clankers buys back. Ranger acts to fall. Melee is not too far behind. Perfin is still looking to try to fight this, but again, Hobbs is just so strong, and Squid is being dove under tier 4 towers. Squid is dropping, and Squid is going to die. Glimpse will bring Simon closer to his fountain. Not that it seems to matter all that much. Mars now buys back. He's got Blink Spear, looks towards Hobbs with the Rebuke. Lotus comes through from the Timbersaw. Timbersaw misses the chain. Clankers is still walking forward. His Blink's being cancelled by the Hobbs. And we once again get a disconnection. Dire might just call GG here to not be paused any longer. But we are paused nonetheless.
See you later, nerds.
Ay, ay, ay.
I wonder if Radiant's gonna use a stand-in next game, or if they're gonna just gamble it.
Good question. Good question. We have a pause counter.
No, but it's high.
Gotta be like 8 now, right? 8 pauses.
It's a lot of pauses.
I am a little bit surprised that the ladies haven't called it, but I guess the idea might just be go on Drow Ranger mid here. But the problem is Drow has 2 lives.
Disaster not really play
Jeez.
more. Actually, never mind.
Just hitting racks right now on Drow. It's gonna be a free kill for Madior. Eventually,
Oh, Hob just calls
Perfin
G. That's base.
turns into Drow Ranger. Here we go. Drow will lose 1 life. Clankers and Perfin are both forward. Snapfire buys back into the game. Madior is running. Morphling is tossed in by Colonel Squid. Squid with a glimpse to the fountain. Now Perfin is broken. He's dropping. He will wait for him away. The Clankers will not be so lucky. He's getting right-clicked and spelled upon by 4 different heroes. Lorena was there, but only with his dying breath, and now Cole is in the high ground, missing Swashbuckle, still looking for Perfin. Perfin is still on the run, looking to right-click, looking to stand his ground to bring down the Pangolier. Pangolier is going to die, but in comes a big bad Timbersaw to bring down the Undying. It's currently a 4 versus 3 team fight. Squid is trying to right-click down Patience, but he'll die inside the Static Storm. Every Dire hero that's dead does not have a buyback. Radiant will claim the Megas. Buffles. Oh no, Buffles is incredibly dead. It's just Perfin against the world. Wait for him, looking for Madior. Madior will BKB. Perfin will right-click down the Drow Ranger, but Dire have called GG. They will lose game 1. Royal Star continue their undefeated streak at 3-0.
Big for Royal Star. Big for Royal Star. Red Bot with some nice micro on the Pangolier at the end of the game. funny situation.
It is somewhat humorous, I will agree. I'm being messaged. Those are not fun messages. What can you do?
Why are they not fun messages, Badger? He's messaging you.
I received a message from Rojo. The
About
answer
what?
is no.
Oh.
What can you do? What can you do? Either way, I'm going to cut us to a break between games. You got any final words before I cut us a break, Jim?
Nah.
Alright, my name is Badger. I'm joined by DPC player Strawberry Shark, and we will see you for game 2 of the Ladies versus Royal Star. Greetings and salutations again, Dota fans. We are back for game number 2 of Royal Star versus the ladies. The Royal Star will once again be on the Radiant side. The ladies will be back on the Dire side. We have a new player in the lobby. No more Cole. It's now Breezy R standing in for Cole. My name's Badger, once again joined by Jim. How you doing, Jim?
True.
Hello, Badger.
How are you doing, Mr. DPC player? How are you feeling going into game?
I'm fucking bored, to be honest. This is taking way too long. I'm sorry, I don't want to lie.
Yeah,
This time,
I don't know why I asked you that question. I knew what the answer was.
yeah, I'm just bored. I think these are good bans by Dire. They're taking red bot off of
Sure. Like, but
I think your mic just cut out there a little bit. I'm gonna have you check
hello,
your mic.
hello,
Oh,
hello,
you're
hello,
good. You're
hello.
good. You're good.
Okay, I would just say
No, it cut out again. I don't know what quite the problem is over there, but there's definitely something going on with your mic
it just
right now.
this just happens to me, by the way. Like,
Okay.
yeah, but basically, uh, Redbot, definitely, I think excels on these melee, like, going in engage supports. I mean, she definitely plays other heroes. I've seen her play plenty of ranged heroes. Okay, but I think this is a good decision by Dire. Dying always a safe 5 pick.
totally chill with this.
The ladies taking the Timbersaw this time. Could be a squid hero. Could be an offlane hero.
And they'll lock in the Pugna as well. Just again, both teams picking good heroes. Nothing too wild and crazy. Simply good heroes being selected so far. Oh no. Well, I believe we may have a mid-earth spirits.
No, I think that this is like unplayable into Timbersaw and lane though. They should just immediately send the Timbersaw mid. Like their spirit can't lane into Timber at all. It's just unplayable.
You know
what I mean?
I am 100% sure that Breezy R is asking for the hero right now. I am 100% sure he's asking.
I believe
for
you,
it.
but I'm just saying that like this is like lane is so unbelievably bad.
Oh, it sounds extremely terrible, but he's still gonna ask for it. Wait, unless there was a little bit of joking in the lobby about Redbot playing mid, Breezy R playing 4. Maybe it's actually going to happen. Because think about it, right? They banned out the Redbot 4 heroes. They picked the Breezy R 4 hero. Maybe it's actually going to happen.
I think that'd be super based. We'll see what happens.
Shall see. We shall see. I will say though, Breezy R Earth Spirit certainly a hero that you're gonna see a lot of this season. And whether he's playing a 4, whether he's playing a 2, wouldn't be that far-fetched and crazy. Looking over at bans, again, just some good heroes being banned out mostly, as well as a bit of a respect ban towards the Colonel Squid and Meepo. People just don't want to play against Meepo, and I don't blame them. It's Meepo.
That makes me think even like their bans make me think that this is our spirit mid. Like, because those heroes I assume are really free lanes for them against our spirit mid. But that means that they like Dire should just commit to this Timbersaw being mid. Honestly, at this rate.
Yeah, again, it seems like it's a great opportunity too. They'll have 24 picks. Like, they'll be able to see the entire Radiant side draft. Like, hey, you're putting Earth Spirit mid. Hey, Squid, you want the freest lane of your life? It would be. Again, I'm not sure how free it would be, but it sounds really free to me.
What carries are still in the pool?
All of them but Morphling and Dusa.
Yeah. I'm just thinking what would be a good 15 pick for Dire.
A 5 support.
A what?
A 5 support.
A support could be okay.
I don't know what 5 support is gonna be, but some kind of.
Oh, you know, Snapfire Flex would be good here because it flexes between core and support, and it deals with Tombstone and like yeah. This was not the pick.
Maybe that indicates there'll be Pugna 5, Shaker 4?
yeah, I don't like see what Shaker like. I think usually you should pick Shaker like in response to things or like with some like I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of the Shaker pick at all.
I mean, I don't see the idea yet. Maybe when the draft comes together, I'll say, wow, this is a genius idea, this Shaker selection, but right now I'm not seeing it. Alright, apparently there's a lot of all chatting about Earthshaker right now. Apparently it's going to be Simon wants to play it. He wants to play it 5, apparently, so...
Okay.
He wants to play it 4 offlane, actually. He's talking about killing patience. And we had an instant Rubik selection. I should say, a delayed Rubik counter pick. But again, it's good against Shaker, notoriously. It's good against Pugna. It's good enough against Timber.
Yeah, it's a really good Rubik pick. This is also a good Bloodseeker pick.
I am a little bit concerned with this Radiant draft suddenly. Because you know what that means, right? We're locking it into Earth Spirit mid, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that part of their draft is bad. The rest of it is good.
But will the rest of the Radiant draft be good enough to overcome?
Actually, you know, like, you know what hero
mid?
would be good? Would be pretty good here for Dire.
What would?
Viper. The hero's been kind of bad for a while, but I think with an Earthshaker, it'd be good into the Bloodseeker and Dying Lane. Also, could just pick up their carry before it gets banned. I think notably Terrorblade would be a really good pick here. Naga would be a pretty good pick too.
Yeah, if they have something they want to lock in right here, right now, and they'll go for the Monkey King, who's probably the carry. It can still
not as
flex,
good of a pick though.
But again, because there hasn't been an offlaner selected yet, so if you're Royal Star, you can say, hey, let's grab a hero who doesn't get absolutely dumpstered by our main man, Monkey King. We can go for a different offlane selection. I'm not quite sure what Hobbs would prefer in that lane, but at that point, you'll have the ability, especially if you're mad, you're like, hey, let's not lose our offlane to Monkey King incredibly hard.
Oh, so they banned Faces Void, so they don't think that this is Monkey carry. Interesting.
Maybe they're thinking Monkey mid Timbersaw off?
Yeah, that probably is what they're thinking.
Again, Monkey King Earth Spirit sounds pretty monkey-sided, but...
I'm sure it is, but I think that the Timbersaw would still be better to go mid. But maybe the Clankers person really wants it, or Squid doesn't want to play Timber. I don't know. That's definitely their best lane though. Like, or their best setup is to have the Timbersaw mid, but it's fine if they don't. It's not like some auto lose thing.
Yeah, that appears to be the case, because right now, Buffles is banning out Clankers offlaners, which you would not do if you wanted a Clankers offlane still.
What the hell? Why is it? Some should be complaining to Hobbs and them, not us.
Listen, sometimes you don't want to complain to anyone in particular. You just want to complain into the void. And my Twitch chat's basically a void. I don't respond to it. I'm on a stream delay. I can't respond to it.
I'm just saying, okay? They should be good. They should be in Hobbs and Redbot's DMs, not ours. That's all.
What can you do, Seb Bros? What can you do?
I love Seb, but he doesn't even do TOAs with me. Why would I ask him to stand in?
Doesn't do TOAs, doesn't do chambers. He just sits at the farming
guild
bank blowing glass.
No one cares about chambers, Badger. It's just
he just blows glass all day. He's making light orbs.
No one cares about chambers, Badger. We just care about TOA.
I care about
Venomancer's an okay pick. Solid.
Dude, I guess gotta be the offlaner in this case. If I had to guess. I mean, there's no other really good offlane selection, so.
Yeah.
It is, in the Hobbs basket of green heroes. Wouldn't be the first, wouldn't be the last green hero for Hobbs. And if you are the ladies, you say, all right, either we want the monkey in this lane, or we want a different carry selection. They got about a minute of reserve time left to think of that right now. What are you thinking, Jim?
For Dire?
Yes.
Well, assuming they need a carry and that Radiant was correct in their bans, I think they want to carry with control. Think they have good ways to fight them. A carry that hits buildings and has control, which is kind of a lot of what carry does that.
Ooh, you know what hero I actually like? Kind of out of the meta right now, but Chaos Knight. Ah, that's terrible. He's got a slow. He hits buildings. It's a meta.
Yeah, but he
hero.
doesn't.
No pun
It's gonna be
intended.
pretty hard for them to actually. So it does lane pretty well into Veno, but that's usually with a stun, and it's not gonna have a stun. I don't, it's like an okay Terrorblade pick. It's not like awful or anything, but it's not amazing.
If
The thing
Breeziar,
is,
oh, you're saying
I mean,
sorry?
they can just try to win by pushing at the towers, but it's hard into Earth Spirit. I don't know. It's an okay Terrorblade. It's an alright Terrorblade pick. Sorry, you go.
If Breeziar gets absolutely demolished this game, I'm going to go into my team's Discord like this is why I'm playing mid.
Okay.
I will be laughing moderately if it happens.
To be honest, isn't Earth Spirit a pretty high armor hero? I don't like. I think he's definitely gonna lose to Monkey King pretty decently, but like, I don't even know if he's gonna die.
If Squid goes and oversteps as well, there's a potential roll into kick under tower situation
Yeah.
where, again, it's definitely a Squid favored lane
The
here, but
thing
it's not a
about
guarantee.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't like this Monkey King pick.
Well, here we go. It is time for game number 2 between Royal Star and the ladies. Royal Star won game 1 after nearly a dozen pauses, though the ladies, of course, showed signs of life during the game. They'll look to draw it to a 1-1 draw in this series. My name is Badger. I am joined by the one, the only DPC player, Strawberry Shark. And hopefully you'll be in for a fantastic game number 2 with less pauses.
Yeah, like if there's a similar amount of pauses, I'm just gonna leave the cast. Just a heads up, because like I'll be way too bored. I'm just acknowledging my mental state. That's all.
I know. I hope they don't call your bluff because you're not bluffing.
Yeah.
And in the bottom lane, they've run
Oh.
into Buffles. He's
Oh.
got the boots and he's got the dodge. He dodges Breeziar's kick and he'll get away. He's got 3 armor, by the way. He's got, with 4 branches, he's got 3 armor. That's not that much armor. That's what, like 2.4 base?
30 seconds to battle.
That's not that high.
I don't know. Sure.
There may be many Earths, there may be many only one, but there's only one Earthshaker.
Let me focus up on the cast.
Go for it, go for it.
Oh, deep breaths.
Deep breaths, breathing exercises. Got to get ready for the climax of excitement that is game number 2 of his group stage matchup.
The battle begins.
No fighting in the river this time around. Will be 2 runes to both teams. Actually, there wasn't really much fighting last game, was there, either?
I don't remember.
Pretty quiet if memory serves. I think it went 2 runes
Yeah.
both sides, quiet start to the game.
Oh, Patience is laning top.
Interesting.
I like this. I like this. I like this.
So we'll see
I think
Patience.
that having a stun with your Bloodseeker is good. Is better. Like having, yeah, I like this. I think this is good. And having the Undying to stand in front of the Veno is good.
He's going out of his way to play Simon in the lane, you know, and saying, you know what, I must hit you in the lane, gonna DK you and slap you. All is well there, of course.
Yeah. I will say Terrorblade is really strong against Venomancer in lane, so that is going to be a bit annoying for them.
Breeziar is doing a lot better than I thought. He's currently 3-1 versus Squids 2-0. He's getting last hits.
I mean, to be fair, this lane is going to get bad, like, more like now at level 2 and then at level 3 exponentially, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or the bottom lane, Red Bottom, Addy, or both tank a Fissure. I don't think either die, though again, Clanker's having a fantastic start to his lane bottom, so 2 lanes will go in the way of the ladies, it appears. It's top lane that will be the fun one to watch.
Oh, Clanker has Timber Chain.
He does. Interesting. Wait a minute. Top lane, Terrorblade gets first blood somehow. I have no idea how that's possible, but it has happened. We didn't have meta for that? What?
See you
Why wasn't I watching top lane? TP got first without
I wonder if Hobbs hit themselves with Poison Sting. Like if they hit level 2 and then they were reflected. I don't know.
Bottom
Oh my
lane,
God.
meanwhile, as well, Fisher brings down Redbot. Clankers goes into man fight Madior, but there will be no death on Timber. So this is a wild game already. I thought last game was wild. This game might even be more wild.
Mid is starting to feel really bad for the Breeziar hero.
And I've been there real recently. It's not a fun time. Not fun at all.
I mean, a spirit can do stuff like that though. It's not quite as painful for Monkey as it would be, or for you got what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do know what you're saying. I lived it. I lived it, Jim. Or the top lane once again. Tombstone used by Patience. Hobbs is on the run. Radiance will lose their Tombstone. DK hits on both. Simon, I don't think he dies here. It'll be a little bit close. The Gale is still active.
Patience is looking for it. Patience got it.
And he gets the kill.
Yeah.
That's what all
First
I'm dying
net it down,
chat
and
on,
Hobbs
too.
appears that like they'll be surviving, so that's a big win for their lane. Although he might.
Again, Gale used. Seems like Perfin
Treblin's
may
going
die
in.
for this one. Stick available. The end. There's no surviving if you are Perfin.
I was about to say.
It's fine.
I was about to say he might be able to kill Hobbs if he goes forward, and then I see Hobbs get off the what do you call it, the Gale, and it just gets turned around completely. Nice play by Radiant. Patience having a great start to their lane.
We saw a kick under tower by Breeziar, and Squid's just over half HP still.
Yeah, I mean Squid is like, at this point the lane is just, oh Squid, what are you doing?
Missing the Earth Spirit, and I believe also missing a last hit.
Thing is, like Breeziar is honestly doing completely fine in mid though. Like,
meanwhile, bottom lane, big fight there as well. Buffles and Matty are both quite low. Buffles goes forward, so does Clankers. Clankers Timber chance to find the kill on Mattior. Clankers is popping off in the laning phase so far. There's been 2 kills bottom, both in favor of the side of the ladies. So, good start there for Clankers and Buffles.
yeah, I'll say maybe they should have kept the Undying bottom. I think that like their lanes are more balanced this way, but definitely sort of hurting Matador's game a little bit that they don't have the Undying with them.
There is a Strength Hero and a formerly Strength Hero in the bottom lane. However, speaking of the formerly Strength Hero, gets lifted under tower by Redbot. The roll comes in by Breeziar, who's level 4, just rotating bottom lane. Problem is Clankers as Timber chain. He'll chain to the tower. No, he's still dead. Couldn't get the chain off in time. Fatebolt brings down the Timber Saw. Breeziar with the classic level 4 rotation at minute 4 to bring down Clankers.
That was really well played by everyone on Radiant. They just casted their spells together really well. The Bloodseeker, the BTR, the Rubik, everyone did their part well. BTR's ganking top now. I actually like this a lot. Like,
wait, Dyer, I saw him on the watch today. They know he's here. Problem is, Tombstone on the floor. Roll comes over, hitting on Simon. Hobbs is dead, but Breeziar wants vengeance. Perfin is dropping. Perfin will knock at the Tombstone before he dies. And now it's Simon dead. It's a 2-for-1 top, but in comes Colonel Squid. Breeziar trying to roll is blocked by Squid. Squid needs 2 more hits. Correction, 1 more hit. Just slapping down the Breeziar Earth Spirit. That's a 2-for-2 trade. And it might turn to 2-for-3 trade. Squid wants 1 more kill on Patience. Dodges the Gale and gets away.
This was over before it started. This was over.
man, the Undying is level 5. The Pugn is level 4, and both the cores like were level 3 just a moment ago. Like, oh my god. What a crazy top is a crazy lane.
You know, it's a strange game when your Undying support is out-leveling 2 cores. Out-leveling the Earth Spirit and out-leveling the Venomancer.
Timbersaw does have the Vanguard now, and they're going to be pretty much uninteractable with by the Bloodseeker for a while.
They literally need a mid-rotation to bring him down last time, so it's going to be even harder this time. Meanwhile, middle lane, it's Breeziar in a little bit of danger, but only a little bit of danger. Both support. Wait, he goes forward the roll! That might get him killed. Or maybe not. He'll just magnetize, looking for some more damage on Colonel, Squid, and Simon. Fissure hits on her. Spirit Magnetize again is continued. Squid is still dropping right now. Breeziar rolls, missing it in time under the tower. He'll kick Squid. Squid's dead! Breeziar is out of control again. He keeps Magnetize going. Simon is still dropping on down. Simon will turn with the Velasquez, but Breeziar doesn't care. He'll get a double kill. That's my 4 support player. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, the Monkey King kind of can get kited around by the. Yeah, I mean, I just really didn't like the Monkey King pick. Although really well played by BTR, and I'm not saying he's winning because of the hero or anything, but I'm just saying like, I'm trying to illustrate why I was not a fan of this Monkey King Badger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Meanwhile, speaking of Monkey King, he teleported to save Perfin, and as a result, will also get a kill onto Patience and some bounty runes just for fun. Why not?
Lakers is having a
14
really
kills.
free time bottom though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Radiant is actually really good at killing Timbersaw in the game though. They have Vena, which does really good damage against it. They have Bloodseeker, which like, you know what I mean? They have Rubik. They have Earth Spirit, a lot of magic damage.
This Timbersaw needs to get an early like cloak. I think there's a lot of magical damage that will really hurt the Timbersaw if they're ganked.
Well, roll forward by Breeziar, finds Buffles, who stole the Arcane Rune, but Buffles is still half HP. Once again, roll forward by Breeziar into the kick, into the right click. Squid looks to fight, but again, you mentioned how Monkey can get kited around. He's being kited around right now. Clankers TP's in to Big Bad Timbersaw, but Squidward is in danger. He gets a bounce like off, but no Jingu lifesteal on it. Squid will dive to the Magnetize over to Clankers. He's now Timber chained to the south side, away from Hobbs Patience and Redbot. At this point, Timbersaw is not necessarily fully safe. There are a lot of heroes running at the Timbersaw. Rupture is online. It will be used on Clankers. He's kicked by Breeziar. Clankers is dropping, and he's gonna die. No, he's
guys,
not. He
you
sticks
need to kill
up.
him.
They need to kill Timbersaw. He's once again going to go.
Oh, Mattier got it, bro. That was such a good play by Redbot. Redbot lifted the Timbersaw and moved the Timbersaw, and which gave the goal to Mattier. That was actually really good.
I mean, overall really well played by Radiant, but that was a really good play to feed the goal into your Bloodseeker, who's like not having the best start.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Speaking of great start, though, number 1 net worth. It's Breeziar rolling, missing it again. But again, you miss all the rolls you don't take, so Breeziar is going to miss one here and there.
This Blade Mail build is really interesting, but I'm gonna say that. Well, they're letting. I think that Breeziar should have been the one to buy the vessel, because Breeziar is going to be moving around a lot, and they're probably going to always be involved in the ganks on Timbersaw, whereas Hobbs isn't. I think this is a little bit of an itemization mistake from the Radiant team. Just because you have a Veno doesn't mean that Veno is the best spear missile carrier on your team, you know what I mean?
You are correct. Over to the top lane, Mattior is in a decent bit of danger, though he's not quite dead yet. Lift comes through from Redbot. The Bloodseeker will get away. Rupture is available once again. Fissure will be there on too, blocked away by Buffle, so nobody dies. Everyone's time and mana is wasted, and we are back to farming. We'll say, though, this is a classic Breeziar Earth Spirit build, going Blade Mail into the Sanj and Kaya. This is just, it's got Breeziar
I'm not
written
saying
all
it's
over
like
it.
a bad Earth Spirit mid build, but like I think this game 100% you want the vessel on your Earth Spirit, because he's gonna be running on the map, right? Like he's gonna be using it against the Monkey King and Timbersaw on the ganks. Like, it's not saying it's a bad build. I don't think it's optimal for this game.
We're seeing a dive bottom lane, by the way, by Clankers and Simon looking for Hobbs. Hobbs is about a half HP, but again, Venomancer remains alive. Chain forward by Clankers. Chakram on the mark. Hobbs is still dropping, but still not quite dead. Now dead. In comes Breeziar looking for vengeance. Clankers gets kicked by the stone and brought down to roll forward by Breeziar. Simon, you are in danger and you will die at the hand of the Earth Spirit. That's now a 6th kill of the game for the Earth Spirit. 6, 1, and 4. And again, Royal Star, they've got a 6-kill lead, but the net worth lead is very tiny.
Terrorblade has been given a lot of time alone top to catch up, and is doing pretty well. I think that this needs to be a bigger priority for, like, Radiant should forget about the Timbersaw a little bit and be like, hey guys, we need to kick TB out of top lane. Like, we can't just let him farm, like, every wave in the jungle freely. I think this is a bit of a strategic error by Radiant. They're a little too focused on the other heroes when they need to be punishing this. Like there's no way Terrorblade should be able to like stay top like neutrally like this against Radiance heroes. There's no way. It's like super greedy, but they're not punishing it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. Dire
And
seems to
they do not have good late answers late game to Terrorblade. Like Terrorblade's team might not have good stuns for him, but like at the end of the day, if Terrorblade gets to like Manta, Scotty, like Silver Edge or Manta Scotty, like Swift Blink or something, like it doesn't really matter if you don't have stuns for him. He could just buy a Hex. He could get it like Aghanims. And he's getting really free farm. Like he's getting like
roll forward,
yeah.
hits on the Clankers. Clankers will chain away. The stick has been used, but again, is there enough HP? Simon is giving Clankers all of his life, and Clankers will survive. No, he doesn't survive. He still dies in a Fade Bolt. Simon gave him as much HP as possible, but it was not enough. 2 more kills for Royal Star.
Clankers threw a Chakram onto the or Spear
Top
while he
lane,
was
Colonel
blade
Spid pops the ult. He's looking for a solo kill on Maddie. A Rupture comes through, but it's a solo kill for Colonel Spid. He'll TP away in time. Big outplay by Colonel Squid.
Yep, nice play by him. I will say, I think that Squid, after this Echo Saber, needs to immediately get a BKB or they're going to be like chain feeding in fights.
Oh, here we go again. Breeziar will dive the tower. Missing roll again. Echo Slam hits only onto their spirits. Redbot will steal Echo Slam. Looking for Shaker. Shaker will not die, however. Breeziar is still going to roll in, probably. Or perhaps not. Instead, for once, Breeziar will walk away from the fight. Patience will TP on the Undying. Over to Squid. He wanted to hunt Breeziar. Breeziar once again rolled away.
Getting a little concerned for Radiant. They need to interact with this Terrorblade.
Yeah, and they're not. They are simply not.
Although
doing
Terrorblade's kind of like really awkwardly walking around right now, just not getting any gold. He was doing a really good job of his farming pattern top, but now he's messing up a lot.
It was a bit of a conflict because both him and the monkey were at Tricamp.
He seems to want to push the tower. It kind of took him a while to decide on the
Well, meta has been stolen by Redbot. Perfin has Sunder skilled. Simon backs up the TB, but he's still only a 3rd HP right now. Fisher, it's pretty good onto Breeziar. Is still alive. Gets the match off before he dies. Simon and Perfin are both somewhat low, but neither will get hunted to their death. So again, good play from the ladies. TB is now #1 in net worth by about 1,000 gold, and as well.
Redbot is just jungling with the TB meta. This is pretty based.
You'll love to see it.
I think the hero model for Rubik with TB is so funny.
It's a mini little Terrorblade, yeah.
It's a mini Terrorblade. I think it's really funny.
Well, meta has ended. Redbot now steals Reflection. Sunder has been used to drain half the HP once again. Squid will get ruptured and will use the Wukong command to TP away. And it will not be maybe is it successful? He's dying in the fountain. Maybe it's hard to tell. He wasn't our Fairy Fire. He bought 2 Fairy Fires. He'll live in the fountain. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Breeziar will roll forward.
This is so grief.
Kicking Perfin. Perfin will not get some of the roll. The T1 tower, he does a minus here. Right, back over to the mid lane, though, as Breeziar still hunting. Rolling, finding Simon. He'll kick him towards nobody, I suppose, but away from the Dire side team. Roll will cancel the life drain. Simon will TP. It will not be a successful cancel by Breeziar's roll once again. It'll be a 1 for 0.
Yep.
Does Squid die there without using those Fairy Fires? I think he does, right?
I wasn't paying enough attention to that. I don't know.
He bought one, used it, and then bought another and used it again. I think the first one was needed, though.
I really hope Squid gets a BKB though, because like this item build is like really troll. Like you can't go these items into like, you know what I mean? Like you have a TB, like you guys can just let your TB farm. Like it's a really good game for TB to carry you late game. All you have to do is like let the TB get there. You know what I mean?
You said he can't buy those items. You mean he shouldn't buy those items? Because he can and probably will buy those items.
He really should not buy those items.
What can you do?
I love Squid, but not one of his finest. I will say that Madior is making a similar mistake of going a Manta. It's not quite as bad, but I think Madior should just buy a BKB.
Oh,
'cause
Breeziar does it
they actually wanna
again.
fight.
Hunting Simon roll. This time misses, but I don't believe Pugna can survive this. Breeziar is just hasted, rolling further. Bounce Spike hits onto the Earth Spear, but Simon's still dead. Problem is, Breeziar. Oh, Echo Slam will bring him down. A little bit of Aftershock attack will bring him down there. Now Redbot will also join in the grave. It's 2 dead on the Radiant side. Chain is missed by Clankers. Hobbs will pop the Noxious Plague. Perfin will have to sunder Clankers, but Clankers might not be safe here. Clankers only 300 HP. DK hits. Clankers is going to die. Perfin needs to clean this up, but Perfin cannot survive either. That's 3 heroes dead. Oh no.
Oh, Mao.
That's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
All right, new priority for Terrorblade. Hurricane Pike.
I don't think TB needs to. I think TB can still just get the Scotty and then be fine. I think the TB should go like Scotty, like BKB, and then Silver or Split Blink or something like that.
There is one problem with the BKB though. You want to know what Hobbs eventually will have, and that is the latent toxicity. Our good old fun.
No, that doesn't.
anti-BKB
You don't not
deck.
buy BKB because of that spell. It doesn't. Latent toxicity is just annoying for BKB, but latent toxicity is more like. It's more like for like countering like Lotus Orbs and stuff than it is like because Lotus Orb completely fucks Fenrir, right? Like, but it's more about that.
Breeziar's is rolled into the trees finding Squid, but Squid is fine,
Yeah.
by the way.
It's not like latent toxicity removes the spell immunity that like you still have from BKB. Like you're still gonna be super tanky during it. You know what I mean?
And I know what you mean. I mean, you definitely have to buy it still on TV. But say you're in a situation like that last fight, you're trying to find a Sunder target. It's like, oh, I'm gonna BKB go Sunder. Oh wait, you can't. You were stunned through BKB.
If you're BKB being at like 5% HP, you already fucked up.
I mean, if you could be like 50%. Oh, smoke has ended. Buffles blinks away in time. The blink reacts, but he's still found by Breeziar. Problem is, Buffles on the high ground. Radiant are on separate low grounds. Roll forward by Breezy. Simon likely will die unless the team can save him. Breeziar will miss the roll entirely. He is extraordinarily deep right now. The rest of Radiant are split everywhere. Breeziar is just killing the wave and rolling away. What is he doing? What is this man doing? He's rolling again, now over to the Tormentor area. Over to the mid lane, it's Patience being run down by Colonel Squid. Buffles TP's in, Patience 4 staffs away. Fissure is missed, Buffles blinks away. I don't know what is going on in a Dota game right now, but nobody is dead.
It's a pretty crazy one right now. DB's farming has actually slowed down a lot though recently, which is really good for Radiant.
Wait a minute, we're not done. We're still fighting. Gale hits on Simon. Lift will cancel the TP. Perfin, Squid, Buffles are all on the way. So is Clanker's Simon. Drops the ward. Hobbs is the first to die in the team fight. Simon will likely be the trade. Simon now dies to a stolen Rubik Shocker. Over to TB. He is silenced. He'll sunder Patience into the Echo Slam, into some more dire-sided damage. Chain forward by Clankers. It's already 2 Radiant heroes dead. And we're about to see 2 more Clankers. Looks to Madior. Madior has the man fight. He needs the lifesteal, and he gets the lifesteal off Clankers dying. Over to Buffles. Buffles is dead. It's now 3 for 2. Squid is low on HP. He's being rolled out by Brazier, and Perfin dies to the magnetized damage. Colonel Squid is still being hunted. Breeziar wants to die. He's entirely out of stones. So Squid will get away. But it's a 4 for 2 somehow, some way in favor of Royal Star. It looked like an absolute disaster. But instead, it was a Royal Star rout.
Perfin is not strong enough to fight right now. They are like not... This Terrorblade was really farmed at one point relative to the game timing. He no longer is. And he's not very close. Like he needs more items. Like it just flat out like his team doesn't have like good ways to like stun and help him. They just have Earthshaker. Like they don't have like Earthshaker like goes. Yeah, they just. I said this is a good Terrorblade game, but that's assuming that this Terrorblade gets to late game. Like
They're fighting a lot and they're not farming enough.
Well, Tormentor grabbed by Dire. Shard will go to the Pugna. Radiant
I'm
side, they went on it, but they didn't kill it.
I think Dire should be getting actually pretty concerned about this Earth Spirit. This, this build is gonna be like destroying them. Like they're not calling pipe on Timbersaw. All of their cores are extremely far away from BKB. Like they have one glimmer, you know.
Yeah.
Radiant's definitely a lot stronger in fights for a good while now.
They should look to maybe play for Roshan bottom right now. Even like they're really strong. Even with Matty or not having a BKB, his team can just kind of go in first for him.
We are doing a lot of split farming right now. Both teams are certainly spreading the map currently. Teams like Breezyar is doing some classic Breezyar Dota. I don't know how he possibly kills Squid. And the roll misses anyway, so Magnetize.
No, he could have killed Squid if he got the start on him. He could have done it for sure. He could have did it for sure.
Regardless, with the the good reaction there by Squid, he'll get away. Meanwhile, Rupture is there on Clankers. Clankers is forced to stand his ground. TP will be there, not in time, is cancelled by Redbot into a 3-man Echo. Madior is dead and Clankers is still fighting. Echo is stolen, Clankers to fall, so does Buffles. 2-for-1 trade, Radiant lose their carry, Dire lose an offlaner, and a 4 support.
Madior needs to get to BKB, because like otherwise look how easily he died, you know?
It's not anything he did wrong. It's just like, yo, this is your hero just needs a BKB, bro. Especially against Timbersaw with all the pure damage.
Sometimes you just die.
Yeah. Like if Mattier had a BKB right now, I feel like they could just force Roshan.
Well, he's bought 2 items that are not called BKB. One of them's called Manta. You were not a fan of it. I'm assuming you similarly are not a fan of the Mjolnir?
Oh, the Mjolnir? Not yet, no. He should go BKB and then buy a shard and then go back for the Mjolnir. His team has plenty of damage. Like Dire does not have a pipe. They have 0 BKBs. All they have is 1 glimmer. Like your team does so much unbelievable amount of magic damage at this point in the game. Like you don't need to be you don't need to be a high damage hero right now, you know what I mean? You need to be a hero who doesn't get stunned. You need to be a hero who can play the fight for a long time. Like you need to be able to hit them and you need to rupture the Timbersaw or the Terrorblade if your teammates can chain stun him, etc.
Well, Squid is again.
I feel like I'm being very negative to the players right now. I'm sorry, guys. You're all great people.
They'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be fine. They should.
Yeah.
They should be fine.
I've been
in a mode replay and Dota watching mode, so I've been looking at games very critically, and that's how but this is just like a lads game, bro. They're just having fun. Like, should leave them alone.
Listen, they're not here to have fun. This is a game, man. They're here to win. Either way, Hobbs will run into Clankers' middle lane. Both teams are on the rendezvous. Venom is already dead. However, Clankers is not safe. He's dying, and he's simply going to be dead. So it's both offlaners in the grave. Breezy are hunting for more. Both Squid and Buffles are on the run. The rolls forward, hits on Perf, and he's kicked towards Madior and Patience. Rupture is on cooldown. Squid will BKB looking for Redbot. Redbot is 4 staff away. Balance Strike hits onto Rubik is dead. Now Breezy is on the Dire side backline and the front line for that matter. He now finally blade mails rolling forward for Buffles. Fisher hits. Breezy is dead, but Buffles will die to the Magnetize. It's a 3-for-2 in favor of the ladies.
Yeah, I haven't commented on it yet, but I think
Hobbs' item build is a little bit troll. Don't think that this is good.
Well, Balance Strike hits on Patience. Patience is running. Interesting move there from Simon. Patience is still alive. It's Decrep into Ghost after Squid is... Oh, no!
Okay, if Perpin also dies here, this is like unbelievably grief by Dire. Every fight like this that ends up like going like this, where Perpin survives the fight and gets to farm after, is a big thing for like Radiant is quickly missing the fact that they should be insanely strong right now. Like Hobbs doesn't really have the best fighting items. There's no Crimson Guard. There's no pipe. There's not even a Spirit Vessel. Like it just not a fan of this. Matador still has no BKB, and I don't really think Breezier. I think Breezier should buy a BKB now.
He's not gonna buy one.
I know he's not gonna
Breezier
buy it,
has
but-
never he has never bought a BKB in his life. He's not buying one today.
I literally don't believe though. There's no chance this guy's never bought a BKB.
I'm being hyperbolic, but not by that much. Lift on
Okay.
Clankers. Clankers has chain to the low ground. Breezier rolls, but hits it on Squid instead. Squid is going to casually walk away as a tombstone on the high ground. Dire do not want to approach that one.
Yeah, once TP has BKB, all they need, like, they need to, like, Dire just needs to let Radiant start on them, and then they need to, like, Earthshaker stun 1 or 2 people, and Terrorblade just kills them, and they just take objectives. The game is real, like, the game is gonna become really simple for Dire. Radiant, it looks like they are gonna get the Roshan. It gets scanned out, but I think it might be a little too, Patience?
Seems
They
like
don't actually have a dying amp.
Seems like it will be a little bit too late. However,
Patience is-
Dire
oh
might
my
despite
God.
it anyways. They've broken their smoke on Breezier. Clankers TP's in. His roll be cancelled by Colonel Squid. Roshan's dead. Matador grabs it. Clankers chains in. Breezier's half HP. Still kiting on around this Dire side backlines. Clankers will tank a Gale. Matador is incredibly low, but so is Clankers. Clankers will get Dagon down by the Breezer. Meanwhile, we're going to see a TP away with the Venomancer. However, that does mean Dire are fighting with numbers. 1 life is lost on Matador. Colonel Squid will have the ultimate of the second life of Matador. There's still no BKB, and now there's no HP. Red bot dead, Matador dead. 2 down the Radiant side. Patience will TP away. It will be successful. So you grab the Roshan, sure, but both lives are already lost, and the ladies have won a team fights.
Honestly, both teams' core as like both teams' supports are just itemizing to win. I feel like, and both teams' cores, with the exception of the Terrorblade, are just itemizing to lose. I feel like. Sorry, Badger, I had to say it. Okay. Actually, I'm changing my mind. Or Shicker bought a Shadow Blade. Ignore me.
So so instead of 5 heroes buying items to lose, you're now saying 6 heroes are buying items to lose?
Yeah.
What can you do?
I mean, Terrorblade is buying items to win though. Like, and it's a good Terrorblade game. Yeah, the Roshan attempt, I thought they were going to be doing it faster, but they didn't have Tombstone and they didn't have Undying Ultimate, which without both of those things, it was pretty painful to watch them do it.
Squid is currently a little bit stunned by the stolen balance strike, but again, it's going to be hard to bring him down. He'll BKB and TP, and there will be no cancel for that one. However, Simon will not be so lucky. Simply run down by the everybody chasing. I think the Tombstone Zombie got the last hit on that one, something like that. I didn't see what it was, but
Yeah, Matador is about to have BKB finally. This will be a strong timing for them.
well, roll on. Wait a minute, they found Perfin. They have found Perfin. They have found the Terrorblade. He can Manta and Sunder. He'll do so on Patience. But that will delay the death, not prevent it. There's enough detection to bring down the TB, and now Squid is being hunted as well.
Wait, I thought
Get
TB had bought a
away.
BKB. Oh my god, he had it queued up, but he just didn't buy it. He bought like a Shadow Blade
He
instead.
did buy a Shadow Blade instead, Jim. That's
Oh,
correct.
never mind. He's also griefing. Dude, why do people hate BKB so much? Like, don't they have fun, like, doing things?
You know, like that feeling when something gets nerfed, you don't want to do it anymore? That's still everyone's thoughts on BKB. It's just nerfed. It doesn't do what it used
No,
to.
people no. The people just are like, oh, it's a cringe item.
That's also true, but
Like, you're cringe.
you know what?
I
I'll be
know how
cringe.
these mother.
I'll be cringe.
I know how these guys get after a loss. Okay, you know, like both sides. All right, they're not happy to lose. So why are you not gonna buy a BKB? All right, if you're like me and you don't fucking care if your team wins or loses at all, I get it. All right, but if you're gonna be salty after the games, yo, you better be buying a fucking BKB.
Yeah, there's a very good chance everybody in the lobby has not called Breezier cares about winning. Even the
And
standards.
Breezier's not even on one of these teams, bro.
No.
He has no stake in this.
Yeah, Breezier is just rolling forward, hitting it on buffles, into the magnetize. Is there detection or the sentry on the floor? But yeah, that'll kill him anyways. They triggered a thirst the moment the sentry warp was out of range. Simon will force staff away, and Breezier's gonna die
needs to
2-3
get
anyways. The
some
roll
magic
is
right,
missed
bro.
entirely, but he's stoned by Breezier and kicked further into the action. Fissure stolen by Redbot, but the problem is Dire now going in for Breezy. He's still somehow full HP thanks to the shield room, but Patience will die for his sins. Tombstone is going to finally die. However, Clankers is incredibly low right now. Clankers has the Aghanims for the extra little bit of HP. Roll 4 hits on Squid. Squid will BKB reacting time. Simon is dead, but Squid wants to lifesteal off of Breezy. Breezy still roll for the harpoon, brings him back in. Breezy is dead, but so is Colonel Squid. So is Clankers. Perfin. No, look for the Thunder bleeding it up! No! Oh no, Perfin! An absolute blunder from Perfin. That's a full 5-man wipe, technically.
Yeah.
Oh no. He went for the Sunder, but just didn't get it off in time. The Thirst was triggered, and Mattior just hit him. What can you do?
I don't know. Good question.
My entire thought. I am losing my sanity the longer the series goes on. Redbot nearly dies, by the way. Hobbs might just die as well. What is going on?
People always underestimate the like level 2 Tormentor. But yeah, is Tormentor worth going for, Badger? What do you think? Did you watch the same thing I watched?
Hey, we can see you.
Yeah, keep trying to Tormentor pill your team.
Hobbs is still getting hit by the Tormentor thanks to the Gale. I saw a lightning bolt all the way in the fountain. Like, hey.
Yeah.
It's punished for the sins even further. I don't think Squid realizes just how dead they almost were.
Oh my god, they're going for another one!
Alright, this time for sure we'll get it.
Okay,
we got all 5 heroes, we'll get it this time.
Okay, no, I'll make a serious comment now. They actually do have really good charts to get, so... Yeah.
Rubik Shard, notoriously strong. That's a good shard.
Yeah.
Buffle's dead. No, Buffles is not dead. Wait, Squid got the shard? What the? Oh well. Alright, I'm looking at heroes. I'm waiting for TB to buy a BKB. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think TB will buy one today.
His team does not nearly have enough stuns for him to not have a BKB, dude. Like, fuck. Also, Clankers, like, needs some magic res, bro. Like, just because you got a Titan Sliver does not mean that you, like, are not going to be buying a pipe or a BKB. The items this game, I'm disappointed with the items this game, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like you every game, but yeah, this is probably the most disappointed I've seen you be in items in the game in a long time.
Well, I am friends with a lot of people in this game, and I'm just feeling let down by my friends. And then even the people who I'm not friends with, I'm just feeling let down by their item choice.
What can you do?
It's like they're taunting me with their items. No, I'm just kidding, man.
You know, they're not thinking about winning the game or having fun. They just want to taunt color commentator Jim here, you know?
Yeah. It's messed up, man. When are we gonna play Fortnite on stream?
Probably not ever? I don't know.
Okay, it was an innocent question, bro. Chill.
I was thinking about it, and the answer is probably no.
It was a very innocent question.
I give you an honest answer.
Okay, there's no need to, like, raise your tone.
Yes, there is. We're seeing
Sorry, I'm
Breezy...
just bored of this game.
I know you are. We're seeing Breezy fishing around. I think Squid sees him. Yeah, Squid, I think, saw him at the edge of the tree vision there, but... Regardless...
Those pauses really took it all out of me.
Yeah, we are over 2 hours into the series. 2 hours, 14 minutes from the start time, so we had been here a little while. Naturally, we did not start promptly, and... We are not ending it promptly either.
Roho dodged a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, he said he'd be in for the next one, and knowing his luck, we'll have a 3-hour series next time.
True.
Fissure from Buffles hits on Redbot. Redbot has lift and a stolen enchant totem. Rupture will be there. Overseal totem nearly kills Buffles. Buffles will die anyway, so the likely damage. Squid comes in looking for Vandus, looking for Redbot, BKBing and hitting. Wukongs will come through. Redbot finally dies, but Squids is taking a lot of damage right now. Madior will kill the Monkey King. Over to Clankers. He's being rolled on by Breezyar. The roll's a little bit off the mark. There's 4 angry, radiant heroes running at Timbersaw. He tried for a TP. It did not work. He will die on Timbersaw. That's 3 down the Dire side, 1 down the Radiant side.
Like, dude, look at how fast the Timbersaw dies. Like, why doesn't they have magic breath?
Sometimes you just die. That's where we're at now. Is
The Timbersaw took, they took 1.1k physical damage and 2.2k magical damage. And to be fair, 650 pure damage.
I found the magic res, Jim. The 20 talents.
Wait, what was the pure? What spell does Earth Spirit have that is pure damage?
Earth Spirit or Bloodseeker?
No, but it's showing in the death summary that Earth Spirit did pure damage.
Oh, I don't know. Good question. What's pure? I'm looking. Is Dagon pure now? It's not pure. It's magical still, right? It has to be magical.
Yeah.
Oh, Defiant Shell maybe somehow. I have no idea.
No, it did way too much damage. It wouldn't have been.
Is it, oh, Blade Mail.
Oh, Blade Mail. Yeah, you're actually a genius, Badger.
I went literally over every single item before. Like, oh yeah, Blade Mail. That's the one.
You're a genius, Badger. You're just a genius. Well, Patience was a little slow to react to that.
Just grabs the Wisdom Rune in his face, fissures him, and blinks away. What can you do?
Yeah.
Well, we have another fight brewing. Once again, the ladies are not dissuaded by the last team fight loss. They want the Undying. Undying is very low and will eventually die, but it could be a very bad fight for the ladies. Squid is dropping and Squid is dead, and so is Perfin. 2 cores dead. Patience is the trade, but it's not a good trade at all. Simon will life drain, but he can life drain as much as he wants. He will now save his life. Buffles on Shaker dies. So does the Simon Pugna. 4 dead there for the side of the ladies, and I do believe we are headed straight down the bottom lane to the high ground.
Go team.
Yeah, Breezyar is just kicking around his teammates right now. Quite literally.
I saw.
Which again, not surprised about that one. What is... Did he just... Okay, that was interesting.
Oh my god, there's an unranked stack of legendary proportions right now.
Well, I'm not gonna ask.
Andy, Rojo, Pepper, Scroom, and Rudy. What a stack.
Why are Redbot and Breezyar both trying to force each other into the fountain right now?
I don't know. Were they trying to force into the fountain?
We saw Breezyar kick Redbot into the fountain, and Redbot lift Breezyar into the fountain. This is just...
Sounds like it's just some retaliation for the misdeeds of Breezyar.
I believe those two are former teammates, but... Wait a minute. Never mind. We had a bit of a cut wave situation from Clankers, but it was only a bit of a cut wave. No actual building damage done. So it's 2 racks taken by Royal Star. Mid racks are dead. Bot racks are dead. It's only a 17,000 net worth lead, so the net worth situation isn't all that bad, but... Once again, the game is looking somewhat difficult, if not very difficult, for the side of the ladies.
Nope.
Seems like it is smoke time. Maybe. And it will be a smoke on for everyone but Squid. Meanwhile, Squid is already fighting the Radiant team. Madior's man fighting. Squid will lose the man fight. There's just too much pure damage. And a double damage rune. Echo Slam is dodged with the big EB of Madior. He's running down Perfin. Perfin will sunder his teammate. Simon will die, and so will Perfin. That's 3 dead. It's only Clankers and Buffles against the world. And I believe the world will win. Rupture on Timbersaw. He falls. Buffles TPs away, but it does not change the outcome of the team fight. 4 dead. 2, including the mid and carry of TB and Monkey King, do not have buyback. There are no G's in the chats, but I am calling it. This game is over.
Yeah.
Alright, Buffles, you need the Echo of a Lifetime. One key problem. He doesn't have Echo. It's on cooldown. Buybacks come in as Clankers and Simon returning to the video game. Patience will tank the aggro again. Radiant don't know Dire don't have buybacks. It's a lack of goal on both TB and Monkey. Breezyar will distract. Nadier focuses the Throne. Throne is still dying. Nadier hits it. Breezyar still distracting. And never mind. The fight will end because a GG is called. Clankers was trying to do as much as he can, but Maddie or hitting throne was just too much. And that will be the game. 2-0 series win for Royal Star.
GG's.
Royal Star, they're 4-0. That's a hot start to the season. They are currently leading the group, so at the very least, they are leading Weenie Hut Jr. Again, you've been there for all 4 games. How impressed have you been with Royal Star so far?
Oh, they look good. Yeah, they look good.
Again, if you ask anything to say to the ladies, like, all right, how do you bounce back from the series? What adjustments would you make? What would you say to the ladies, Jim?
I don't want to comment anymore on any of these games.
All right, then I will wrap it on up. Then thanks for coming on, Rook, aka Jim, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salving 37. Do you have any final words, call outs, shout outs to say to the people of League of Legends and twitch.tv/BadgerPablo?
Shout out to both teams. I'm sure they're full of great human beings. Shout out to Rudy Sealstar, the real rooster. Yeah, that's it for today.
Yeah, I mean it is over. Again, Royal Star, congratulations on your 2-0 victory. They will stay undefeated. If you're the ladies again, certainly a valiant efforts, but there will be some bouncing back to be done. I think this is their 5th loss in a row now because they lost the KU team 3-0 and then they lost this one 2-0. So
3-0? How did they lose to 3-0?
it was a BO5. But
Wait.
we're talking about the Weekend Cup finals.
Oh, but I mean, bro, that's not on the record. Who fucking cares?
I know, but I've been there for all 5 of those games. I've seen 5 losses in a row, so
All right, I'm just
what
saying.
can
like,
you do? But
you made it sound like they were somehow 0-5. I'm like, how's that even fucking possible?
you know what? That's fair. But if you want to cast
No
your
offense,
games,
Badger.
cast
You're
your tournaments. If you're a tournament organizer looking for a play-by-play commentator or one of the best tournament admins in the business, hit me up on Twitter, twitter.com/badger2. It's in my Twitch bio, I'm sure, or on Discord, Badger Pablo. Yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.